So we'll go back. Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of people gather in different locations to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Bugger.
Sorry, Connor, you're
I have a liquid issue now.
Isn't that a naughty word in this country, saying bugger?
maybe.
Hang on, Connor, we've got...
Yeah, he's working on. He's getting.
I'm covered in dragons.
It's going so well, everyone.
It's going so well.
Connor was so proud of all these buttons that were set up, ready. The whole you make everything, and
Eat, Crit and Survive, brought to you by us. We have sponsored ourselves, and we have fucked up. Are we still going, or are we...
Yes. Continue.
We're not, just Connor is dealing with his... We'll deal with... That's because he's not facing the microphone at the moment.
Yeah, should be fine.
He's just running around the room. So yes, Eat, Crit and Survive is now an affiliate, apparently. So yay, things. That has happened. So you can now hit the... Jared can poke Mario's nose again, and that will hit the button over in that direction.
this corner? No, this corner.
I think it's this corner for me. I think it's down in that corner. Push that button.
Can we just turn that into a GIF?
Other way,
now?
Laura,
All of us pointing this way. You are.
It's on the right-hand side of the screen. It's fine.
You've got to contest with your camera being flipped, the stream then flipping it, Connor flipping it.
I'm not technological. We are professionals, really.
Hey, it's all part of the fun.
It is. This is why people tune in to watch us. It's because we're stupid.
Yeah.
So while Connor mops himself up, let us recap on where we were last time. Wandering Stars had completed their mission into Atlantis and were searching for different fragments of the gods to combine with molten diamonds in order to bind together the visionaries and hold them trapped forever once they'd been killed again. You are on the hunt for the final one of these and have made your way to the Great Expanse, searching for the Temple of Gaia. However, before you went and left Alfheim, Kafina decided that she needed some time to sort some things out and stay behind. When you arrived in the deserty sands, you found that the temple had been buried by numerous sandstorms and various others that had occurred over time. You searched around and found a tunnel that led down into the temple. But whilst you're doing that, Cedric noticed a lizard folk making their way towards you. With a temporary alliance struck with Urushnir, you descended into the temple that was now buried with Leader's drones, found many kobolds, slaughtered 5 of them nearby, not that silently, although Foundling did punch a lot of them to death, which made Lyra feel bad about casting haste. And then you snuck around the rest of the temple, trying to find various things. You found a wizard's, or possibly some mage's study, a big hole that seemed to lead into nowhere, a lake that was for some reason in this temple, rode across it and walked, as you could, and then went around and, found yourself in a mass pit of kobolds sleeping. As Lyra snuck up and killed some of them in their sleep, the war machines that they had hidden by illusion leapt out and attacked. In the commotion, the beholder, Ralakor, the one who has held this place domain and is a particular, let's say, stain on the past of the party, emerged and began doing beholder things. And that is where we left off. So let us bring in the combat cam.
Sorry, just before we begin.
Yes.
I'd like to thank Steph for being our first sub. Thank you very much for using your Prime. And don't forget during the session, everyone, to use your Primes and sub up. Thanks.
Times for rich people.
We can't really hear Laura. I don't know if that's by design.
Yeah, I can't hear Laura either.
Apparently, we can't hear you, Laura.
I mean, it might be a blessing.
How's that?
Go again.
It wasn't at all on purpose by Luke trying to silence his future wife. Got to get in there early, hey, Luke?
Absolutely. Right, so for the sake of this, that is the crab that you are currently in. Neela?
Hello?
Can everyone hear Laura?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
A little bit.
Better.
So, initiative has already been rolled. Lyra, you are up first at the top of the round.
Can I inquire what it is on the other side of the war machine from me?
Over here,
Yes.
that's Cedric.
Damn.
That is Cedric slowly turning to stone.
Oh dear. Better not do what I was gonna do then.
I am in a bad situation. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that can happen?
Can't turn to stone if you can turn to salsa.
Hmm.
Do it. Do it anyway.
No. I'm gonna try something else for this turn. So first off, I will cast haste on myself.
Okay.
So I will cast haste on myself. Yes. Right. Then I will bonus action ethereal step.
Okay. Two.
So that's the
Into the yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So I have 60 feet of movement.
You do. Bear in mind, Ralakor is currently 30 feet up.
I understand that. I would like to place myself directly under Ralakor.
Okay.
I have 60 feet of movement.
Yep, I will put you there. I know you're not in his face, but I'll put you there because you're about to fall.
Okay. And then with my hasted action,
Yep.
I reread haste, and one of the things you can do is the use an item action.
Indeed.
So I will use Mithralis to cast Erupting Earth. I think I can get it to hit both Gorgons.
To hit both Gorgons.
I mean, I'd rather try and get it to hit both war machines, but I don't think I can do that without hitting a friend.
One of those things where I think technically, because the effect of it is you are using an action to cast a spell, it's technically casting a spell. So it's you. So even the use an item interaction doesn't allow you to cast it. I
thought the precedent we had set was that was allowable, but okay, I will think of something else to do then.
Have we set a precedent? If we've set a precedent, then I'm fine with it. I don't remember doing that though.
In that case, how much movement have I used? Do you know?
To get there, it was about. You would have used about 45 feet.
Okay, in that case, what I will do instead, I will move a further 15 feet. There seems to be a small outcropping of rock to the left as I'm looking at it, of the big outcropping. I will head for the gap between those two and use the hide action.
Okay. You may certainly do that. So make a stealth check. But double check whether Beholder has true sight. It does not.
True sight doesn't help if you're in the ethereal realm.
No, I know. There are some.
So I critted, so that's a 34.
Okay, Lyra is effectively hidden in that pile of rubble.
Oh my
Right.
god, Lyra's been disintegrated. She's disappeared.
Yep.
And that will end my turn, and I will put back into the material plane.
Yep. So you make your way over there, and you crouch down between these two rocks where there is a pile of rubble because it has been exploded from Leela casting a meteor swarm at it from her big cannon. All right, that brings us to the war machines. So, yeah, it is going to. This one is going to back up slightly because it can, out of Foundling's reach.
Beep, 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 beep.
And then it's going to. Yeah, it's going to charge at you. So, runs forward and attempts an attack on you. No, one roll, not three, you idiots. Well, given the one was a 1 and one was a 20, I thought I had to re-roll it. That is a 27 to hit, Foundling.
Yes.
Good, just checking. So you take 12 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. Actually, sorry, there's another 2d6 because of the charge. Another 6 points of damage. So 18 damage total, and a strength move.
16.
That is the DC. All right, they're going to make another spike.
Brace myself with my extra arms and just hold myself in place.
Yep, it's going to use another spike wheel on you. Natural 20.
Oh dear. This is going to be spiky.
Oh dear.
Cedric is there.
Oh dear.
Cedric, is there something you want to do?
Oh, is this critting? Yes, I'll uncrit it. Sorry, I was trying to read through spells. I'm too busy concerned about the fact that I might be turned to stone in a moment. Uncrit it.
That is 18 points of piercing damage again.
Okie doke.
All right, that is its turn. The other one is going to breathe fire on Cedric.
Okie dokie.
Cedric is restrained, so you have disadvantage. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I would love to.
That's disadvantage. I roll some fire.
Ooh, 13.
Fail.
I critted on one of the rolls as well.
That was a +5. I believe you've used your reaction this turn. I think so. No, but when we did the last round, actually no, you had your turn since then. So yeah, okay. +5. That's true. So the +5 to Cedric. It's within 30 feet. Yes.
Puts me on 18.
Then that's a success. DC.
Woo! Thanking you.
However, it still is going to hurt, but less. So you would take 33. That is reduced down to 37. Sorry, 17. 17 points of fire damage.
17 points of fire damage.
Yeah. All right. At the end of that turn, Ralakor is going to use his last legendary action of this round, to use 2, to fire a ray at Asher.
Sounds fair.
Asher, can you make for me a dexterity saving throw?
Great.
No.
As this ray comes out to you, it looks like a sort of golden treacle-like color. It impacts into Asher and covers the joint. You feel yourself slowing. You are affected by slow. So your speed is halved for a minute, and you cannot take reactions. You can only make an action or a bonus action, and you can repeat the save at the end of your turn.
Man, nice.
Although you
managed
can
to change it to a dex save from wisdom.
Yeah. Beholders. Alrighty then. That is the end. That then brings us to the lair action. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Actually, can't see it. All right. So Cedric, can you make for me a dexterity saving throw?
I would love to.
Disadvantage again. And actually, Asher, do so as well.
What's that? Sorry?
Dex save, please.
Is that a 2?
A 2.
15.
Okay. Both fail. So the two of you are now grappled as slimy tendrils and appendages just sprout from the wall and lash out, grabbing onto you. Family, you're too far away for it to affect you. You're out of doing the anti-magic zone, so it doesn't affect you anyway. And Lyra's hidden, so couldn't see you to target you. The two of you are grappled and held in place. Cedric is grappled and restrained and turning to stone. Asher is just slow. Nope. That is the end of the lair action, Kalatar. Cedric's up next.
Yeah.
Right now? No. Slap bang in the anti-magic field.
Yeah, even if I wasn't, everything I could do.
Anyone else having trouble hearing Matt?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
I'm having trouble hearing Luke some of the time.
Oh, really?
Bent over the map.
Let me double check what's going on with this microphone. That's how is that for everyone?
Much
seems-
different.
Yeah.
Matt, say something.
Much different, was that, Cedric?
Oh, that's much
Yes,
better.
that's much better.
Right. No, it was the right mic. I don't know what happened. I think it was just a loose connection.
Weird.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
We'll get
right.
there.
Technically, we are now because someone has paid.
We'll get there one day.
Someone has paid to.
God, for them.
I mean, Steph. So.
Yeah.
But we've got 2 subs now.
Ooh.
Carry on.
Ooh.
Who's
Hello
asked-
to-
The other one's Connor.
Yeah.
Someone's also cheered 1 bit.
Hey.
That was me.
Join us and you can have this interaction and personal expression with us.
The more you watch, the more channel points you'll get. And I'll start running whatever in the middle. Will we die to a beholder?
Oh yeah. Start taking bets.
Yep.
Can I move my full movement towards your left?
My left.
Yes, and go round the rock a bit.
Yep. Sort of my angle. You are just out of the anti-magic.
Thank fuck for that. In which case, I'm going to go with the usual.
Yep.
I'm going to send 3 Eldritch Blasts at Ralakor.
Okay.
Because, why not? 13,
Misses.
21,
Hit.
22.
Hits. And you can see Ralakor now because he's now within 60 feet of you.
Indeed. 23 points of damage.
Ooh. So you come rushing out of the darkness, as far as, well, no one's concerned. You leap out and fire. You feel your magic return to you, and you fire your Eldritch Blast. It hits him in the. Hits 2 of the eye stalks, and they just.
I'd like to panic.
What, did it not work?
No,
it
did
did.
work. Unfortunately, I have just hurt a beholder.
Painted a target on himself.
Yeah. No, it's
There we go.
Would Kelatar have the arcane knowledge to know that if he cast a mass healing word based on himself, would it hit the people in the anti-magic cone?
Make an Arcana check.
Fear I know the answer to this, but I just want to... 16.
16. Having fought a beholder before, if any magic spreads out from and hits an anti-magic cone, it dissipates.
Oh, that's what I feared you were going to say.
Magic is magic.
I mean, the only person that's in the anti-magic field at the moment is Leela, so...
Am I? Can I get an idea of what the cone looks like, please?
No.
It's big.
You can't see it.
No. Oh, right. Okay.
Because it's literally just his eye. You're just looking.
Oh, I thought there was just a generic kind of understanding.
You're probably
It's
pretty
quite
sure.
big.
You're pretty sure Foundling's not in it because the extra arms have reappeared.
Okay.
Yes.
And I've just seen Kelatar do it. It's magic as well.
Yes.
But then has Leela fought a beholder before?
No.
No.
So we don't know shit.
While you're in your mechanical
That
thing.
is going to end my turn because I really can't think of anything else and I realise I'm probably...
Okay, Cedric.
Okay, I'm going to, before this gets real bad, I'm going to, I don't know, grind some diamond dust into my face.
Okay.
I will cast Greater Restoration, please.
Not
with action. And I'm hoping it fixes the problem, but we don't know.
This is
sparkly.
either that or he's taking a prophylactic just in case.
Cedric's going to look fabulous when...
I don't think a lesser restoration was going to be enough, so I've gone for greater.
No.
Wise.
If in doubt, go greater.
If this doesn't work, then I'm not going to try a lesser. So.
If in doubt, go big.
If this doesn't work, then what does?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the paladins heal the poison ability because apparently that's different from lesser restoration.
I don't have that.
Technically, I guess I'm not petrified yet.
You're not. Yeah, you're not petrified yet. Technically, you're not affected by any of the conditions on there. I'll say make a wisdom check because.
Can you just check lesser as well, just in case?
Sure.
Oh, actually, that might fix that.
Lesser,
but I will make a wisdom check in the meantime. Yeah.
Lesser, I'm pretty sure is just blind, deaf, poison, and stun.
Paralyzed.
Disease.
Yeah, paralyzed. That's it.
24 on that wisdom check.
Yeah.
It's like 4 basic.
You have dealt with petrification effects. You know that it doesn't affect until the creature is actually
Damn it.
petrified. This
Okay,
is,
I won't have ground dust into my face if that's okay.
Oh, you can still do it. It's a great exfoliant.
Maybe later. Maybe after battle rather than before.
Yeah, the blood. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, in which case I will attempt my other thing that I was going to do then, which is to cast freedom of movement on myself.
That works.
Which is kind of, I guess, might have been an easy way of doing it, but I didn't know whether it ended. Anyway, so I will be no longer so I'm not grappled anymore. I think by that wall and stuff.
Or restrained.
You're still grappled because it is technically it's a non-magical restraint. It's just.
Oh, okay. I will spend 5 feet of my movement getting out of it then.
Yep.
And then I will travel away from that thing. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be best. The pink things are drones, yes. Ting tang walla walla bing bang. I'm going to go position myself to the kind of diagonally to the top. Am I within a melee range?
Of what?
Of the thing in front of me, the mechanical thing in front of me.
You're not within your melee range.
Yeah, okay, I thought you might say that. I mean, I don't think I'm leaving the melee range. I'm going to swing around so I'm positioned almost in front of the of Leela and the crab.
Okay.
Thing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What is
5,
actually
6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Can I go one more to the 2 to the right? I want to be like diagonally off the corner. Yeah.
There?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. This is interesting because you've walked into the anti-magic cone, so freedom of movement fades.
Oh.
But the petrification is also technically magical.
Okay, that's good to know where that line is. Okay.
Just stay there.
So that's okay, that's weird. But yes, you are now, you feel all the magic, your normal strength just fade from you.
Cool, okay.
So you are no longer healing.
Yes.
Okay, just like that. All right.
Just jump in, jump out. Jump in, jump out.
I heal, I die. All right, that will end your turn then. Brings us to Ralakor. Oh, hello.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I did forget one thing. Sorry. My spiritual weapon, I forgot I have it up because obviously it was up at the end of the last thing.
Yes, you did.
Is inside, I believe that.
It was in this one.
Yes. I would like to attack with that, please. Sorry, I just remembered that.
Make your attack roll.
It's a 1. 13?
Misses.
Yeah.
You said it was a 1?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay, yeah, then definitely no. Right.
Yeah, done.
Ralakor, I-beam, Keltar.
Yep.
I mean,
Keltar, make a dex save for me, please.
Oh, great, these.
I know.
However, 15?
Fails.
Yeah, I thought it might.
So you are, which one is it? Where's it gone? You take some damage.
Yeah, this will suck.
It's not going to suck as bad as you think. Because I rolled poorly. So that is 7. That's better. 23 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
Which you're resistant to, I think? Or is that Asher I'm thinking of?
Yeah, that's Asher.
Okay.
Not me.
23 points of necrotic damage. Second ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Make another dex save.
26.
So as this grey ray fires out, it hits, you manage to step out of the way, it hits the stone behind you, and it disintegrates into some dust. Ah! Final ray, because you annoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, make a strength saving throw.
Oh, great, these.
You've used your reaction this turn anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Are you able to fail or critically fail on a saving throw?
No, but somehow you have.
2.
Okay. So this sort of red, yellowish wave just sort of comes out and wraps around Kalatar. You are restrained and lifted up 30 feet.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So you are currently held in its... In fact, actually, you're dragged closer towards it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just for the sake of ease, I'm going to put you there.
I'm going to repeat. Oh,
no. And I'll put this little green on you just to show.
Now we're going with Asher and Cedric. I think I might get it before.
Alrighty then. You are now on the.
There's a doo-doo.
No. You are restrained until the start of the beholder's next turn.
Who could he?
Which actually does mean, technically you are moved 30 feet. It then drops you, so you fall 30. You fall 30 feet and you just land prone and restrained, taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
As if I took almost as much damage from falling.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, that ends Beholder's turn. Foundling.
Foundling is going to move so they're on the space between the two war machines.
Yep.
And is going to start wailing on the one that was attacking Cedric.
Okay, so the black one.
Yeah, the black one. So, taunt for 1.
Yep.
I'm guessing a 29 hit.
Maybe.
He's waiting.
Yes.
8 bludgeoning.
Uh-huh.
Taunt for 2. 23 to hit.
Yep. So I'm just having to deal with whale noise happening over in the middle.
He said he was wailing!
Without the H.
10 bludgeoning.
10 bludgeoning.
Singing about the valleys and being with the sheep.
Unarmed strike 1.
Yep.
Oh, only a 13.
Misses.
And second unarmed strike, 22.
Yeah, that hits.
For 7 more bludgeoning. And
Peanut gallery.
And then I'm going to flurry of blows.
Okay.
So unarmed strike on this same one.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Yep.
8 bludgeoning.
Yep.
And can it make a dexterity save or be knocked prone?
It is immune to being knocked prone.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah,
tried
there's enough pieces that are sticking out of it that are used to sort of push it back into a reasonable position.
Okay. So much for that plan. Okay, second unarmed strike on it then. Only a 16.
Just hits.
6 bludgeoning. Anything else fun I can do with it? Sure. Why not? It can make a strength save or be pushed away from me.
Sure, why not? 15.
That actually fails.
Yep.
So it's pushed 15 feet away from me, I believe.
That's as far as it can go before it hits wall. It can go slow. It can go a little bit further back.
So yeah, beat on this and then smack it away.
Yeah, why not?
And then to try and avoid any revenge attacks, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to scoot round to the other side of the war machine I'm still up against.
Okay. Step into the illusionary outcropping that hid them initially.
Yeah. And that's my turn done.
All right. Rushnir.
Hey, so
You ran off round the corner and out off the map.
yeah, I know that. I think that's Lyra still next to that. Wait, hang on. What's the blue thing?
That's the crab.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Lyra is right next to the tank with 3 yellow meeples on it, right? No, that's not Lyra. Sorry, who's that? Cedric, but they're in melee, aren't they?
I am now.
Not. Yeah, just about.
Okay. Question then: when I duck out from cover, do I notice my magic shit coming back, or when I duck out of cover, is it still off?
When you move out of cover, the magic stuff would fade.
Okay, cool. So I'll just be using my action to take a shot at that war machine.
Okay, which you have to come out of ID.
Yep, that's normal. That's what I was expecting. Right,
Attack
sorry.
roll.
Make an attack roll. Yep, there we go.
I believe you didn't use your bonus action. You weren't hiding last turn, so there's no.
No, there wasn't any, but it still would get thingy because I've got an ally within range. So
Yeah.
27 a hit.
Yes, hits.
Cool. Let's see. See, I never know where sneak attack is sitting on. There it is. So it's that. So 15 plus 5, so 20.
Okay. As the arrow fires out from your bow and it impacts into the side of it, it does not sink as far as you would think.
Okay, so resistant to piercing. Good enough. I'll use my movement to go around the side, and now that you've reminded me I can use a bonus action for this, I believe I can at least. I will, yes, hide. I will make the hide action.
Make a self check.
Make the hide action.
Make the hide. With a plus 15, that is a 35. I am part of the wall now.
All right. Rushnir displays from the initiative for some reason. Hila.
What is that dotted line in front of?
That is just sort of, that's the height of the entrance. So this cavern is a lot higher than the corridor that you were traveling down.
Oh, right, okay, so it's just a big open.
It's just it's basically just the tunnel entrance.
Fireball.
Yep. So you get onto the back of the thing and you pull the gun and you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a. Does it need to do? Do you need to do a thing for the accuracy or?
No, fireball is literally just like a spell.
So it's a dex save.
Yeah, dex saving.
Beholder dex. Yes, 19.
Just makes sense.
So roll your 80d6 of fire damage.
I have 2 more d6, please.
You have 2 there.
Thank you.
Good news, the cricket dice only roll 4s and 6s.
4,
No, those ones definitely
8,
don't.
12, 16,
Actually, having said that, they both roll 4s.
20,
They roll 5s.
24 points of
So reduced.
fire damage, so 12 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
So as the fireball explodes in the beholder's face, it reacts quite unhappily to it, but doesn't take the anti-magic cone off you. Just
Speaking of
Cool, and then I will take the 2 drones, one on each of the war machines.
Okay.
That is inside it.
kobolds are, yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, so drone add on one, droney on the other.
This is the point of all. The spiritual weapon probably would have come out when it was forced. It came out of the windshield when it was forced away.
I wondered how that would work.
So that must have made a big hole in the tank, yeah?
No.
Just phased through the magical.
It made a fist-shaped hole.
Ah, fish shape. That's perfect for foundling.
So
I swear you just said fish-shaped.
Fish shaped.
Oh, this would be pretty good for foundling.
Yeah, droney.
droney 26 to
Hits.
the white,
Droney to the right.
and drone add 30 to the other ones.
Yes, the yellow one.
Yep.
Try and political correctness.
Droney, 8 points of, is it piercing? I know it's piercing. And then drone lad, 7 points of piercing, which I know it's hard.
It is hard, yes.
What?
Did you hear pissing damage again?
No. Is it piercing or bludgeoning? I know it's piercing, but what's that?
No, it's not. Yeah.
All right. At the end of your turn, yes?
Just,
Okay,
can I get put back in the crowd?
yes.
Because I have to get out to shoot.
Yeah, you can use your movement to just sort of scramble up. Yeah, you've got a little ladder on the back. You just sort of scramble up. Woof.
Yeah.
All right, Ralakor is going to use another ray on Kalatar.
Yeah.
That is a 6. Make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
12?
You are now asleep. There's this sort of fluffy pink ray. Oh, it's onto Kalatar. Kalatar is now asleep.
Oh,
Cool. Brings us to the Gorgon, so I'm going to try and break out of their cages. Nope. Natural 1 and a 3. Sure. Actually, no, before Asher's turn. Legendary action.
There's too many people at this party already.
Go off, Asher. Asher. Dex save at disadvantage.
I mean, do you need disadvantage?
No, but I like it.
5.
I really didn't need it. All right, so you take. Your buttons.
Can it fire at me? Because it's looking at me.
No, the anti-magic cone is over the other side.
Right.
Yeah, you've got it pointing the wrong way.
Well, no, because it's actually the eye is pointing this way on my mini, so
I was going to say, do it from the.
it doesn't actually matter. But so you take 44 points of force damage, Asher,
Okay.
as the grey disintegration ray impacts into you. You feel it sort of burning away at the flesh for a moment. It sort of takes away some of the clothing. That is the legendary action. It's now Asher's turn. You are.
So I'll
Sorry,
break
it's
the
changed
grapple.
microphone, so it's just me.
Probably.
Right. So what are you doing, Asher?
I'll break the grapple.
Make strength, athletics or acrobatics check.
Of course you would say that.
I have to say 4.
Wait, did you say strength or acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Well,
Don't go with that one.
Yeah, I won't use that one then. 24.
You are no longer restrained.
And I'll walk 15 feet. Bishop's move to the left. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And your turn. Make another dex save to try and break through slow. Why it's dex, I don't know. It just is.
Nope. 4.
You are still slow.
I'm never going to be able to break this.
Not even with your paladin stuff.
I'm not a paladin.
No, you still have your benefits. The charisma bonus. You just don't have access to your spells.
Okay. Four.
Okay. Leroy.
Okay. How far away from Lyra is Ralakor in a straight line? Do some Pythagoras stuff.
5 and 30, so you're 25 and 30.
55 square root is 20.
Hang on, 25 and 30. Oh, God. It isn't.
Seven and a bit.
So over 30 feet.
Can't wait, you trigonometry.
So it's 20, yeah, E squared plus B squared equals C squared. Yeah. Someone's yelling at us on the internet.
Sorry, how far did you say?
I got it. Hold on. You're 13. You're about 40 feet.
Okay. From hiding,
Yes.
I will walk forward 10 feet and then I will bonus action ethereal step and onto Ralakor, onto his back.
Do you mean ethereal or face step?
Sorry, face step.
There you go. Okay. You
Going for a ride.
onto his back.
Woo! Yeah!
I will say make an athletics check to try and grab on, just to grab on, because this will basically affect your armor class is reduced because you haven't got your. Oh no, you've got a floating shield, haven't you? You've got a cap shield.
13.
Okay, it's easy enough to grab onto him.
You grab the stalk.
Yeah, you are holding on with your left hand effectively, so it's a bit precarious, but you are holding on the back.
Okay, and while I'm here, I will stab him 3 times.
Go for it.
I don't suppose I can have any advantage from being hidden at the start of the turn?
No.
Damn. Oh well.
You kind of gave up the hiding advantage when you leapt on his back.
Yeah, I get that. I had got Planar Warrior already
You did, yeah.
activated, didn't I? Okay, so first attack is a 21 to hit.
Hits. So bear in mind, this is a single-handed strike because you haven't got a shield. And your hunter hold on.
I always use single-handed.
Yeah.
Not very good. 18 points of force damage.
Force, okay.
Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. That should have been 22 because he's an aberration.
Yes, he is. Okay.
Second attack is a 22 to hit.
Yes.
So 18 magical slashing.
Okay. How did you, on fewer dice, how did you always get as much?
Because that's how that
She's a
works.
badass bitch.
And hasted action attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was nearly there. Unnatural 20
Yes.
for minimum damage. 14 slashing.
Okay. Oh no, minimum damage 14.
Yep.
Okay.
Dueling is a really good fighting style, guys.
Yeah, all right. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Ralakor's going to use a legendary action to hit you with a ray.
Mm-hmm.
How can you do that?
Because he has a legendary action left.
No, but how can you...
He's got eyes.
Oh, it comes up all
Eyes
nine.
It might be eye stalks.
It's not out of the big body time.
Okay. Lyra, make a constitution saving throw for me, please.
With advantage.
Yes. Damn.
Because probably still won't do me any good. Oh no, 21.
Oh, damn it. Okay. The yellow petrification ray, or paralyzing ray, does not affect you. Cool. Right, war machine time. Alrighty. So those crates are gone because it was blown up. Because they firebombed.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The war machine that is in front of Foundling is going to attack. Well, Foundling. Because it can. 2 spikes melee. Got. So that one, sorry. 19 and unnatural 20.
Both hits.
Okay. Ooh. $47 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
Yeah, I rolled a lot.
Yeah, you did.
And both attacked.
Yeah, both attacks. It was all together. But it was 2, 8, and 9, and 10. So it was a lot. And then the other one, let's see if it gets it. Yes. Cedric and the crab make dex saves.
I'd love to.
The crab doesn't really have things. Is it just a straight roll?
Just D20, yeah.
10.
Fail.
7.
Dex
Bad.
bad.
Ouch. So you both take, or the crab takes and Cedric takes.
Will it have my dex? Hold on, let me double check.
Okay.
That would be my dex is terrible anyway, so let's probably not go that, but I will double.
I'll let you double check before I give the announcement of the number.
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't have any kind of
Stats.
like that. No.
So it's just considered an object, so it doesn't move up. I think you don't have any reaction to move it fast enough anyway, so just go through there, so automatically fails. So both take 42 points of fire damage. So Leader's okay, the crab is singy.
Okie dokie.
That will end.
No, it's worse, isn't it?
Don't ask that question.
Yeah, if anything, the metal would conduct to you, so as a out of it.
Lots of stuff.
I have a little hat. Alright, that ends the war machine's turn. It's now the lair action. Yeah, that will make sense. From the floor, directly below the beholder, a single eye opens up and fires at Lyra. That is a 9. Lyra, make a dex save.
Do I have advantage on this or not?
I will say you would have disadvantage because you're basically holding on with one hand and it was quite a low hold on roll.
Disadvantage?
But because you would have advantage because it's beholder effect, because it's the lair, I'd say it's a straight roll. 10. Okay, so you take 8 points of psychic damage, and your mind goes blank.
No.
Oh no.
Right.
Your intelligence becomes 1.
Oh.
Your charisma becomes 1. You have no idea who you are, and your mind is feeble.
Oh.
My mind is evil.
Feeble. No, I didn't put the change alignment ray on here. No.
Do I still recognise friend and foe?
You recognise friend and foe, but you cannot use magical items or abilities.
You can still stab.
You can still stab, yes.
And that's the important thing.
Yes. So for the purposes, of this, haste fades. But you are no longer able to cast spells, even though wisdom is your spellcasting ability modifier. Your concentration on haste vanishes. Kelata.
I'm asleep.
You are. So at the end. There's nothing else to say.
Okay.
I'm just asleep. I'm asleep. Cedric.
Yippee-ki-yay. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think...
Rob Diamond Dust in Lyra's face?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah. I mean, I'm probably going to take some damage on the way out. I'm going to move out of range of the thing, and I'm going to start heading towards Lyra if I can. If I've seen she's looking a bit dazed.
You get 7, so you're out of the anti-magic cone. You do get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
How injured are you, just out of interest?
I'm probably about half, a little bit. I'm a little bit healthier than half health.
Okay. 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Okay. Oh, yeah, your shield isn't magical, is it?
No, I think so.
Does your armor have a magical bonus, though?
I don't.
I don't.
Hold the phone, please, caller. Yes, it's +2.
So that would, because you're in the anti-magic field, your armor class drops by 2.
Okay, in which case I will cast shield out of Genesis.
Anti-magic field, Ross.
Oh, sorry, I'm in anti-magic field, aren't I? Sorry, yeah. I mean, I will do the not magical thing. That means that I definitely don't get hit, yeah? Okay.
So you get hit, your armor class drops to...
17, so...
Yeah. Let's check.
So we do magic damage too.
Yeah.
It's not magic damage, it's just a big thing.
It's just the big thing.
So that would be 18 points of damage.
Okay. I am now basically on half health. Okay, so how far away am I now? What's the distance between me?
You are now about 20 actually, and 30. So you're actually 50 feet from Lyra in a straight line.
Perfect, because I have, it's maybe a bit overkill, but I think we'll remedy the situation.
Overkill is needed right now.
No, I mean, well, yeah. Ideally, I could touch, but no. I will cast heal.
Ooh.
Which I think
On who?
on Lyra.
Lyra is not looking that damaged.
Yes, but I think it fixes feeble mind.
I don't think it does.
The spell is also ended by Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish. So
Hey!
Cedric reaches up, prays to Artemis?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's linked with Lyra, so yes.
Whoever goddess it is that you pray to.
It depends on who I'm helping. I think is my thing. So
yeah, you're a pantheonic priest.
Yes. Yeah. So heals, fixes feeble mind.
Yeah. Also heals 70 hit points.
And also heals 70 hit points. Which that was the overkill bit, but it fixed the problem and healed you up to full health at the same time. So I thought actually probably was worthwhile. In the meantime, bonus action, move the spiritual weapon over to the green war machine, please. I think.
Yeah.
And I'll just bonk on the side of the war machine, which is probably not going to be that effective.
You Asher punch it.
Yes, Asher punch it. Oh, that's not guiding bolt. It is a spirit. I've got way too many spells now again. Okay, here we go. There we go. Found the button. I'm clicking. It's a 21 to hit.
Hit.
And it is. Oh, really? 1 on the damage die. 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage. Nice.
That is my turn. Thank you.
All right. It is Ralakor's turn. Ralakor has got many targets. Cedric, you are one.
Yep.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Yours.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh just in case. 25.
Cool. You're not banished. Cedric, make a dex save.
This is not so good. Wow, really? 2.
Oh. Cedric, you are slowed.
Oh, okay. I've done my job.
If you take one step back, you won't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite. The angle sort of like there. Lyra. Look. Same number. There we go. Lyra, make a con save.
19.
Just succeeds. To avoid the paralyzing ray again. And then the last one, also at Lyra, because nope, that's 3. Done it already. Nope. Yes, Lyra, make a dex save. This will be, again, straight roll because you're hanging on to Beholder.
23.
Success. You managed to avoid the disintegration ray.
Jesus Christ.
Keep rolling 8. All right, well, that's ruined his day. Foundling.
Okay, I've got a war machine in front of me, so let's hit that a lot.
Fun.
So, ton for 1.
Mhm.
21.
Yep.
Ooh, 14 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Ton for 2. 23 to hit.
Yes, sir.
10 bludgeoning.
Or,
Unarmed strike 1. 25 to hit.
yes.
12 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Unarmed strike 2. 18 to hit.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking at I was looking at the wrong armor class that I had written down. And I was like, yeah. Oh no, that's right.
6 to hit. 6 damage.
6 hit, no misses.
6 damage.
Yep.
And then a key for a flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
Unarmed strike 1.
Yes.
19 to hit.
Hit. Kicking the wheel.
For 12. No, for 5 bludgeoning. And no, I kick it in its periscope vision slit, so it cannot take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And I'm then going to use my movement to run across to where Calatar is and use my final unarmed strike to slap him awake.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
I'm trying to do minimum damage, okay?
Yeah, but you've also got a big hand.
Yeah, I'm guessing a 29 hits Calatar.
Yep. So it's an auto crit because he's unconscious.
Come on, I don't have to. Surely I don't have to.
If he's within range, I will make that a normal hit, please.
Surely I don't have to hit him as hard as I can.
No, but the problem is because he's unconscious, it is you either take an action or you deal damage to him.
Okay.
And because he's unconscious, it's technically a critical hit.
Oh, sorry, okay. I thought I could just do little damage.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to negate it as a critical hit, Ross, you can.
I don't know how hard has he been hit? Just literally slapped.
Make the choice before we take.
No, go on. I won't do it. I'll save my reaction just in case.
Okay. What's the strength modifier, family?
5.
You take 7 points of damage. I'm only going to do it as the baseline 1 rather than roll monk damage. Because that will be funny, but a problem.
We've got enough problems.
And we probably have a pretty good idea where the cone is, because people have seen my arms blink out and then blink back on again as I run across.
No, they wouldn't have blinked out because the cone, because he's higher, you went up below the narrow part of the cone. So
Okay. Yeah.
Effect.
I've probably got a bit more movement actually. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, I'll move 15 feet up towards the Vokleela slags. So I'm sort of almost half under Ralakor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
All right.
End my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, you can use a legendary action to fire a bolt and Lyra. Lyra, make for me a dex save.
Anyone in this group actually got good decks?
Foundling.
No.
Okay.
For some reason, this campaign we all decided Dex was our dump stat.
It's terrible.
21.
21? Okay, you're fine. You managed to flick out of the way as the sort of grey ray fires out at you, hitting a Patnir's family and sort of turning it into gemstone.
Oh, the only reason I'm sighing is because it's the one thing I don't get advantage on, apparently.
No.
Yeah.
Dex save.
Right. Urushnir.
Oh, sorry. I'm not used to that name yet. Right. When I step out of cover, am I still in the magic cone? Well, I mean, I don't know it's a magic cone, but I know there's something.
You feel the effects of the anti-magic field if you step out.
Sucks. And are those tanks still functioning? People just decided not to bother with them anymore?
Oh yeah, they're still functioning.
Yeah, we're ignoring them.
Yeah, cool. Right. If I'm noticing everyone move and they're all getting away, can I go ahead and, I mean, that part down the bottom that you got lines through, that's all solid wall, isn't it? So can I try and get basically due south of Kelatar? Yeah, I've only got 30 feet, so I don't know how far.
You've used 15 feet to get out.
Mm.
But you can dash with bonus and action. Because rogue.
Could. Yeah, all right, go for it. I'll see how far I get.
1, 2, 3, your movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If your bonus action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets you to south of Kelatar. Action.
Cool. And I'm guessing I can see Ralakor now.
Yeah, you can see him.
And I can see someone within range of him. Am I still being anti-magicked?
You have used your action and your bonus action to get there.
Wait, no, I wasn't. I was going to use my bonus to dash, and that was it.
No, I said to get to where Kelatar is, you would have to use your bonus action and your action. And you said yes.
So that took 18 squares of movement to get there.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'd rather not do that. I didn't realize that was going to happen. Sorry, you said the bonus thing, and I was like, yeah, sure. Can I see Ralakor from there?
You can see Ralakor. You are still in the anti-magic field.
I am okay with that. I am just going to shoot a bolt at him because I can see where all my where the other guys are focusing. So, seems like a good idea. And obviously, I need to roll for that. I'm so used to it being saves, and I'm like, yep, just wait for Luke to tell me what happens. 18 to hit.
Misses.
That sucks. All right then. That's my go.
Alrighty. And your turn. It's going to use another legendary action. This time array at Cedric.
Sure. It'll become a bit of a lightning beacon, I feel.
Wrong. Cedric, make a dex save.
Gonna be a big number. Let's go. 15.
So the ray hits you. You take.
It was so nearly 20 as well. It just flipped over the last second.
You take 13 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And your mind is broken. Feeble Mind takes effect on Cedric once again.
Oh dear.
Okie
Leela!
Am I still able to fireball even though Lyra is hanging off of him?
You can.
Would it hit?
Probably.
Oh!
Is the gift chat going a bit mad?
Yes, just a tad.
Cease all get Ross, I see you. Cease the geese. The guess.
Have a cat.
Cease the geese. It's not gifts, it's just messages. Not going, ah! Yeah, this is a problem.
Oh no, she's found a die.
I don't know. I don't think anyone will jump on him now. He's on the
Neither did I.
phone.
Sorry, did you just say you didn't think anyone would jump on Ralakor?
Yeah.
What game have you been playing?
I was hoping no one would jump on him. Okay, well.
That is
Because everyone's on him, I'm gonna take off the war machines. Can I move the crab up
Robot Wars!
so that I'm at least
Mr. Pinchy, but
Can I move the crab? 5, 10, 15, yeah, can I move it just 20 feet up? Then can I get out on top of the crab? As a bonus action, I will make 2 bombs.
Okay.
As my action, I will throw the 2 bombs, 1 at each.
Okay.
War machine.
What type of bomb are you making?
It's just your basic
basic boom boom.
bomb.
Okay. Just grabbing it.
Really did not make that noise.
Turn them off.
Yes.
Well, she was a goblin.
And it's a deck save, so would that still be an 18?
Yeah, it's your gadget deck save, so yeah.
Yeah.
You got to use your artificer saving throw. So, war machine number 1, 16. No. Number 2, also a 16. Misses.
So that's 4d6.
Boom boom damage.
Boom boom damage. Am I rolling? Yeah. 19 points to the green one.
19 to the yellow, okay.
And bludgeoning damage. And 12 points to the white one. Yes.
Well, they are resistant to non-magical bludgeoning damage. I'm going to say an explosion kind of overrides that.
Boom!
Okay.
And I get back in the crab.
Okay. Right, that ends your turn. Ralakor will use his last legendary action. Yes, be pissed.
Whiskey? Why whiskey?
Not anymore. You've been kicked away. Lyra is the biggest problem, so let's see what this one is. Cancel on his turn. Lyra, make a strength saving throw.
Cool.
This one you do have advantage on.
It didn't give me advantage.
No, you do have advantage on.
Yeah, I couldn't. I tried to do the rolling with advantage thing and it didn't work. 26.
Yeah, you're fine. So you feel a ray wrap around you and try and pull you off the ice stalk. You just grab onto it, just using the eye to bulge until it lets go. All right, that's his legendary actions done. Gorgons are going to try and break out again. Yep. Because they manage to burst out of their cages. But you can say that uses up their entire action and movement to get out of that. So that ends their life. Action. Day.
No, we heard it. You're dead.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Asher.
Will use Shatterfang to summon a Pegasus. I'm not in the cone.
No, you are not. It's slow. Yeah, that's fine. You summon your Pegasus, which I do not have a base for the moment. So I will use, for the purposes of flying, this dragon.
I mount it.
Yeah, you do.
And we'll fly up to Ralakor.
Okay. I'm going to put, well.
Yeah, I'll be going towards the back.
Yeah, I'll shift it that way, shift Ralakor this way. Fanny's this way a little bit. Fanny's there. Ish. And you are there.
And that's all I can do for now.
Make your deck save to try and break your haste, or slow, rather.
No, 4. I rolled 3 ones in a row.
God. Already.
Has no one been touching your dice?
I know, right? Lyra. Because Feeble Mind took effect, your haste failed, so you lose this turn. So, brings us to the War Machines. One of them is going to charge Cedric, the Feeble. So it's going to make an attack. Natural 20.
I mean, and can I still use class abilities?
I don't think so, but I will double.
It's not magic.
Oh wait, I'm slowed, aren't I? Does that mean I can't use a reaction?
You don't have reactions, yeah.
Yep, never mind.
But I will double check with you on. You cannot cast spells, activate less items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. Technically, I guess you can.
If I was feeble-minded but not slowed, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good to know in the future, but the slow kind of scuppers it anyway.
So you take an additional 2d10. It's a crit, so we'll add that. And I need to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. That's low. And 11.
Okay, so you are
D&D
not,
Beyond is not being kind to me tonight.
you are not prone. 38 points of piercing damage. I rolled very badly on that.
Okay.
It will then make a second attack against you with its big spiky wheel.
We're in the danger zone.
That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit, yeah. I think my AC's like 15 now or something. So
16 points of damage.
16. Okay, I'm still up. I'm still up, everyone.
Woohoo! The other one is going to ram the robot that's in front of it. 15 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Second one. Worse. Nope, worse does not hit. All right, that is the end of the war machines. Brings us to a lair action. What's my new lair action going to be? I can't use that one. None of these things are useful. All right. It will. The ground beneath Foundling, Cedric, and Kalatar, and just on a 50-foot square. Pens over there. Look, I can grab the pens quickly, please. Becomes slimy and covered with ooze. So the area that I'm going to mark out now is difficult terrain. Yeah, so that area is difficult terrain until the initial count of 20. Kalatar, you're awake!
I stand up. I fire 3 bolts at Ralakor.
Go for it.
16?
Misses.
14 doesn't hit either, but 26, however.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Ooh. 14.
14 points of damage. Nice.
As a bonus action, I will cast. Why did I click on that? I will cast Mass Healing Word upon myself, or centered upon myself.
Yep.
I will put it up to a 5th level slot for 3d4.
So what's the range on it?
60 foot up to 6 creatures.
Okay. So you can get everyone in there.
Yeah.
Apart from Leela and Roshne.
That's fine.
Roshne hasn't taken any damage. So
okay. 4, 7, 8. Everyone gets 13 points of healing.
So Asher, Lyra, Foundling, Cedric, Kalatar.
Nice.
Cedric, your turn.
Yeah. I stand up. There's the thing in front of me. I will swing my axe at it. I think it's my literally own. Oh, you actually. D&D Beyond, I actually going to stop using you. What the fecky? I rolled a 1.
You swing the axe and you hit it with the flat end of the axe head.
I mean, I don't think it's a. Oh, I mean, I've only got. I'm still slowed anyway. But what's the deal with my spiritual weapon? Is that still there? Is that no longer there?
It's still there, but it can't do anything.
Yeah. Okay, it's fair. Okay, cool. I guess I might end my turn. I don't really know.
In your turn, make the deck save to try and break out of the slow.
12.
Yep.
Yep.
It is now Ralakor's turn. Ralakor is going to change tactics and is going to switch the anti-magic field icon to a power word stun. So the eye flickers blue for a moment and it swings down, focusing the cone straight down here onto this group of party members. Teletar, Foundling, and Cedric, what are your hit points?
17.
55.
Okay, so Cedric, you are stunned.
I mean, no big difference at this point. But okay, yep.
You are stunned.
Slowed, stunned, and feeble.
Cedric is having what is known as a bad day.
You know what? If it's me and not anyone else, then
it's not anyone else, is it?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make myself feel better more than anyone else.
Asher is sweating somewhat, I think, but in slow motion.
I don't know about Asher, but Connor certainly is.
Ralakor is going to then focus the eye beams and aim at the Pegasus that has just flown into his face. Can the Pegasus make a wisdom saving throw, please?
$18.
That fails. The Pegasus is banished. Oh no! So the Pegasus is banished.
Sorry. 19.
God damn you.
It has plus 4 to its saving throw. It's proficient.
You motherfucker. Just makes the DC. Okay, fine. That's almost as bad. Make a dex save for the Pegasus.
No.
How no?
10.
10. The grey disintegration ray fires out and hits the Pegasus, dealing 45 points of damage.
Yes, that's fine.
How many hit points has it got?
It's got 59.
59.
It has 59.
Nice. Okay, it's got 2 more rays. One against Lyra. Because Lyra is seen as a threat. Make a strength saving throw.
For who, sorry?
Lyra.
Sorry, D&D Beyond is misbehaving.
That's okay.
Well. 28.
Okay, well, not pulled away by the telekinetic ray. And the final one, nope, not already. Nope. All right, Lyra, make a dex save for me, please.
15.
Just
She was
failed.
within 10 feet of me.
Technically, yes, would be, because it was on. You did specify on his back, so yes, you would be within 10 feet.
Add 5.
Oh, 20.
In which case, you take just 15 points of necrotic damage as the ray, sort of sandy coloured, hits you and draws some of the moisture out of your skin.
Nice. Explain
Ow.
Well, desiccating, technically.
Definitely spa day when this is over.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, God, I'm looking forward to it. All right, that ends Ralakor's turn. Foundling.
Okay. Ralakor is currently flying about 30 feet up, yes?
Yes.
How far from the wall that got meteored are they horizontally? Looks like about 20, 30 feet or so.
I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 45 feet.
Yeah, because that's a big open boom.
It is from
It's a crater.
it's a crater, but from where that wall originally was.
Okay, so I can see the wall isn't where it is anymore.
No, it's been blown back. I just haven't drawn it.
Okay, that's fine then. Okay.
I mean, this lip is 30 feet up. That's where he was resting before.
Okay, so is it possible to get about 30 feet up then?
Yeah, because you can run up walls, so.
Yeah.
But you're affected by difficult terrain, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 20 feet of your movement. What's your movement speed?
55. So
that's 35. So you would have to use a dash to get all the way up.
Oh no, I'm not getting all the way up.
No?
No. As I run up the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I don't know if this works. No, I will have to spend a key to bonus action dash just to pull this off.
Yes. Yeah. I can see where this is going. Yep.
Well, I don't quite have the movement to get to Ralakor, but as I run up the wall,
yes,
my 2 spare arms pluck out a pair of darts, and as I reach the lip, I leap backwards towards Ralakor, and as I get in range, I hurl a pair of darts.
Okay. Okay, so you rush up, grabbing the 2 darts, you make your 2 attack rolls, and you fly over. For the hell of it, make an athletics check just to see how impressive this jump is.
Athletics or acrobatics?
So this is athletics, because you're trying to jump over him. So this is a strength base.
19.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm not trying to jump over him because I haven't got the strength to actually make that horizontal distance. It's just getting close enough to launch the darts without getting disadvantage.
Okay, so you fleet over, you get to about there.
Yeah. Okay, darts 1. All that, and then I roll a natural 1.
There it is. There it is.
Thanks for the comedy timing, D&D Beyond Dice. Okay.
The dart fire, you throw the dart from your hand, you're so focused on the fact that you've got it. But Ralakor moves ever so slightly, you just hear it ting, off of Lyra's shield.
Okay, dart number 2. Crit.
What dot? Roll damage. So roll your D6. No, D4. Darts are not monk weapons.
Ah. Yeah, and I managed to roll a pair of 1s on that, so 7 piercing damage. Oh boy.
You flip over it and you fall back down to the ground. I assume you're slow falling.
Yep, reaction slow fall.
You basically use your extra arms and now flapping just to give yourself extra resistance.
And as I land, I sheath my tonfa, pull out my longbow, and launch a couple of arrows into him.
Go for it. Go.
25?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's better. 13 damage.
Yeah.
And 24.
Yes.
For 8 damage.
8 points of damage. Okay. All right.
And that's my turn done.
All right. And your turn, legendary action is going to fire away at Fanslin. Surprisingly. Ooh. This could be interesting. Fanslin, make a wisdom saving throw.
18.
Fail. Fanslin?
I spend a key for Diamond Soul to re-roll it.
You may do so.
22.
No, you do not fall asleep. Okay. Yeah, because Diamond Soul isn't a reaction, is it? It's just a thing you can do.
99% sure. I will double check on that now you've made me question it.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain it isn't, but I will.
It's kind of like it's just a trigger on effect. When you fail a saving throw is the trigger.
Yeah, it doesn't say it's a reaction. It's
Yep.
just
Yeah,
fail,
just
it's
you do.
okay.
Sweet. Alrighty. In which case, order Seer. Jared.
And that name is still good. I keep thinking, like, who's this female character that we've got called originally?
You are the foundling. Just remember that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I thought I did. So am I now out of the anti-magic cone? Has my magic shit started happening again?
Yes.
Because you said his eye went down. I wasn't sure. Just thought I'd check.
Yes.
Cool. Can I tell if Cedric's next to the yellow tank, the yellow war machine, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
Can I tell if that's in an anti-magic area? Is there anything obvious for me to tell about that?
Nope.
No. Shame. Right. Switching from bow to shield. Bonus action, 3rd level Shadow Blade. Main action, I will attack the white tank.
White one? Okay.
The other one, the non-yellow one. Is it white or blue? I can't
It is
tell.
white. No, the blue one is Leela.
Yeah, I knew that.
The black one is the other tank. Black one with the 3 yellow meeples in it.
It's not black, it's white, but yeah.
Yep, cool.
To be fair, you can just see the black strip at the top there, but it is white.
Cool. So, fingers crossed that's not in the anti-magic field, or otherwise this attack does nothing.
So you're running up to it. Are you going melee? Or...
No. Shadow Blade's a dagger. I can throw it up to 60 feet, which would give me disadvantage, but the Shadow Blade itself gains advantage on the attack roll if we're in dim light or darkness. And you already told me this entire cave is pretty dim. So it should be a straight roll.
Yes.
Neat. So I'm just going to click on my dagger. No. 12.
Misses.
Right. I haven't used an inch of my movement, so I'm just going to back away. Not slowly, just going to back away.
To where? Into the wall, or?
Just directly south. Yeah, I guess. Hug the wall a bit.
Okay. Alrighty, and you are now concentrating on your Shadow Blades.
See.
Okay.
Got a 2 on an attack roll. Come on.
Alrighty, the end of your turn is going to use another legendary action to target the Pegasus. Because it wants to go away, because actually could be a problem. Okay, can the Pegasus make for me a dex save, please?
No.
No?
No, it's the 5th one in a row.
That's ridiculous.
It's like you rolling 2s.
What?
It's like you rolling 2s.
Yeah, but
Steampunk
like,
Rally.
that was ridiculous, but this is ridiculous.
Good. Takes 25 points of necrotic damage.
And plummet.
Yep. So the Pegasus vanishes, and Asher falls, taking 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And leaving Lyra up there on her own. All right, that is the end of Rifle's Legendary Action. Leela.
A great game plan now.
Only 2 more turns you can meet your spawn again.
Sorry.
Only 2 more turns you can meet your spawn.
Yeah, but if people are up there, the last thing I'm going to do is like send that nuke them. I can't hit it on a side. I mean, can I hit it on a side and then it's only 20 feet? How big is the thing?
The beholder, large creature, about 10 feet across. You could position it to a point where it doesn't hit, as you put Lyra where she's supposed to be back there. You can. Does it say you have to aim at a creature? You can aim at a point.
No, it's oh, just a point you choose within range.
So in which case, you can just fire it nearby. And
Yeah. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah, so you can just basically fire it to detonate nearby.
Yes, please.
No, in which case, let's see. 14. Legendary resistance.
So you get nothing.
No, half damage.
So I can do that to me.
No, it's just not wanting to be hurt anymore.
$26 or 13 points of
13 points of damage. There's another. Lyra, you feel the wash of heat blast over his Ralakor, thrashes against the burn. That is your Chan. That's your action.
I'm going to drone him. Do drones on him as well.
Okay, drones on Ralakor.
We've got multiple attacks. 18.
Hits. Oh no, actually, 18 on total on the dice.
18 the drone out.
Misses.
Oh, then the other misses.
Okay, I thought so. I thought it was 18 and you were adding stuff to it.
No, altogether.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 drones, both miss.
And can I then move the crab kind of underneath where, just left of where the drones are?
Dissolve into the goo.
Will that be affected by it?
I mean, it will take that will end its movement there. It wouldn't be able to move anymore. So
Well, I'll go to the edge of the goo. I mean, it can swim.
It's still difficult terrain, so it does get an attack of opportunity does go against it though. From the war machine is next to it. However, that will probably miss 15.
Yeah.
Misses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. It's now the Gorgon's turns. And I like that in order to get me to where I've got the picture of Gorgons, because I didn't have them last time, I have to go past the very human Sean Bean. So every time, just scroll through and it's just like, behold, I've got Cobalt War Machine, Sean Bean. Wait, what? All right. So,
I prefer facing an army of Sean Beans. Would have won already.
all right, this Gorgon is going to charge Kelsa.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're out.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, the break that last time.
8.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh, sweet cheese.
Damn it. Hoisted by my own petard. Because as soon as it gets there, it gets caught up in the goo and slowed, and now doesn't have enough movement to get to you. But instead,
Oh no!
Kelsa, make a Constitution saving throw. As it goes,
Can't say.
yep.
16?
No, you're fine. This one is going to try and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can get to Asher and is going to gore Asher. He's currently prone. Unnatural 20.
Yep.
For 19 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And because you are already prone, it can make an attack with its hooves as a bonus action. Well, let's put this to hit. 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
16 points of bludgeoning damage. That is the end of the Gorgons. Asher, your turn.
Suppose I'll just hit it.
Yep.
You might want to stand up.
Asher, no, you just go lie down.
Is it action?
No, it's part of your movement.
Movement, yeah, I'll stand up.
Yep.
Oh, reckless two-handed. Great
Technically,
weapon master.
technically, you can make 2 attacks. You just said you can only make an action or a bonus and not both. It doesn't say that you're affected by the slow spell. Possibly because I wrote it down wrong, but I will use this to your advantage.
27 to hit.
Yes.
Does 17? Oh wait, I said reckless. So it would have been 33 to hit.
Is that with a -5?
No. But it would have hit. Is what I'm getting.
It still hits.
Just 27.
27 points of damage. Ow.
There's the second one. 22 to hit.
Yep. I'm assuming you're just great weapon mastery, 2-handed.
Yeah. For
Oh, sorry,
21 points of damage.
21. Okay. Oh, sorry, you put it into a longsword mode, didn't you? Cool. All right.
Because I am holding a shield.
Oh, holding a shield. All right, that is the end of Ash's turn. I've used 3 legendary actions, haven't I? Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to break this slow now.
Let's see.
Come on.
17, but I'm going to roll the D10.
Okay. Oh, please don't roll 1.
I rolled an 8.
Hey, Ash is no longer slow.
I'm about to be re-slowed that.
That is the me. Yeah, I think it's used to legendary action after family, Roshnir, and Lyra.
Yeah.
So you're 3. So yes, yeah, Lyra.
Okay, bonus action. I will cast Hunter's Mark on it through the Hunter's Prospect.
Put the green on him.
Then 2 attacks. First attack. 27 to hit.
Yes.
So that's 3d8 and 1d6.
Okay.
Right. 26 force damage.
Nice.
Second attack is a natural 1. Of course it is.
Okay. But he's still swinging on and holding on to Beholder.
Yep.
To place the hang out. All right. It is time for War Machines to do their War Machine things. So let's see if I can get space for that. No, it does not. I'll never lost it though. So it is going to. Yeah, it's big enough go. Cedric and Kalatar, please make a dex save.
Hi, Cedric.
8.
A 21 as I critted. Finally, D&D Beyond, you have swung back around in my favour.
Half damage is still going to kill you.
Yeah, I know, but it's a minor victory. It's got to take it where I can.
That's true. Kalatar, you take 25 points of fire damage. Cedric, you take 13.
13?
Yes.
I'm still up.
Holy shit.
Damn.
He is the one.
Yeah. Actually, that's just I was just thinking the slow spell does the disadvantage on save. This Beholder feature doesn't mimic the slow spell because I screwed it up, but it's fine. The other one is going to Robot Wars Crane. So it's in charge and we'll make the spike at it. That is a 4 to hit.
Yep.
For 36 points of damage, and can it make a strength save? Will be knocked prone.
17.
That's fine. Crowd gets thrown over to one side and its legs just tip it back up. This makes an attack. 18.
No.
Why is his armor so squinty?
I'm not bloody telling you.
Yes, fight back.
Yes.
Well, that's me told. All right. Lair action. For some reason, it's targeting Leela. No, it will. Can't target her. She's inside a fucking crab. All right. I need for no, it will fire it at a random high rate target of its choice. The target of its choice will be Foundling. Good point. Foundling, make for me a wisdom saving throw.
23.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, fine. Okay, that ends the turn. Kelter.
Monks are wisdomful.
Monks are indeed wisdomful. Oh, the area of goo disappears. That vanished again.
Yeah.
You can just see this Gorgon.
Yeah, there's this Gorgon.
And the beholder. And behind you, a war machine that just breathes fire on you. I was not having a great time with it.
Could be worse.
Could be.
It will be very soon. Fuck it. Don't bump. Keep trying to hit this holder because it must go. No, with 2 13s it won't.
Nope, is it?
And a 22.
Yes.
Oh. It was cocked on a 1 and a 9, so re-roll. 1.
So 6. Oh.
I'd like to run away.
Okay. Which way?
Can I get to the corner of the rock in the middle, the left-hand side of it?
This?
Yeah, but not running past the bloody.
No, I know. It's just easier for me to do that. I know you're running at an angle. It's just easier for me to just go in a circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not because. Oh, actually,
Yeah, motorcycles.
I do. Fuck it, I'm going to do exactly the same as the last time.
That's healing word.
Pretty much. Same lovely.
And it's not centering yourself as a pointing machine, isn't it?
Yes, so I will put it where I was.
Okay. Or for ease, we'll say you cast it as you're going around away. Go.
7. Another 13 points of healing to everyone away.
Cedric, Asher, Foundling, Lyra, Keltar. Cedric, you are stunned. So at the end of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw.
I would love to. 8.
You are still stunned. Now Ralakor's turn. So from that 30 foot up, Asher and Foundling, what are your hit points?
166.
Yeah, 8.
68, Asher?
166.
Foundling, you are stunned. As the effect of the magic cone washes over you.
That just happens. No save or anything.
There is no. It's the effect of the powered stun spell, so it just happens.
Okay.
He's then going to fire up his eye rays. Going to get 2 for Lyra, because Lyra's still being a problem. Lyra, make a dex save.
25.
Yep, you're fine. You are not being turned into gemstones. There again. Nope, same number. This one does not affect you at all because it's the sleep ray.
Cool.
Different dice. Be better for me. Make a dex save, Lyra.
24.
Yeah, you're fine. You take half damage. This is the weakest of the damage dealers, but it does at least do half damage. So you take 16 points of necrotic damage as more stuff is drained, more water is drained from you. And a final one because you're becoming a problem.
Sorry, hang on, just let me.
Ooh, thank you.
I make the concentration on Hunter's Mark.
Okay. And then the final one, make a wisdom saving throw.
Crit 26.
You are not frightened of it. So Ralakor is going to, we're going to be foundling and actually out of the way for the moment, going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We should move over there. Keeping the icon centered on where it was, but just moving away. He's not enjoying his situation in that position over there. Right, that is the end of his turn. Foundling, at the end of your turn, make a con save.
Unnatural 20.
You are no longer stunned.
Hooray.
Right, that is then Oroshnir.
Hello.
You cannot see the beholder anymore.
No, I'm fine with that. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's close enough. Cedric's looking super rough, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not having a good day.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack the yellow war machine this time.
Okay.
Let's hope I don't roll a 2. Gotta hope. Super hope. Okay, 16 is better than 2, so that's a 26.
Hits.
Goody. I am now about to do a lot of damage. Hang on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, and 1, 2, 3 of you, and then roll. What's the number? 33 points of. It's some damage. Hang on.
Glad your deck's
Psychic, yes, psychic. 33 psychic damage on the tank. Just realize how that might not actually work.
Yeah, as the dagger is thrown out, you realize 2 things. First of all, Cedric is incapacitated and therefore not helping the sneak attack. And secondly, this thing has no mind for you to affect. It is immune to psychic damage.
Huh. If I'd paid more attention, I probably would have healed him instead of trying to use him for damage.
So it was your bonus action to resummon the blades, and then your action to attack.
No, you don't have to use a bonus action to resummon the blade. It really is.
You do if you throw it.
Do you?
Yep.
Oh, where am I? How did I not see it?
Or at least that's what Trick had to do when he used it.
Luke, just whilst we're having a quick moment, I just wanted to ask a quick question, actually, because I know with Slow, it says you can't activate magical items, I believe.
Slow? You mean Feeble Mind?
Sorry, Feeble Mind, sorry, you can't activate things.
Correct.
Would, what's it? Mother's Embrace. Was that activating it, or is it just a thing that happens at the start of your turn? I don't think that potentially 6 hit points is really going to make a difference, but you never know.
Well, it is a passive ability, so yes, I would say you don't have to activate it. So yes,
I will gladly take some additional hit points then.
You would have also gained the benefit in the previous turn because you were still standing on the ground.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for bringing that up. Yes, Jared, when you throw it, it disappears.
Yeah.
Drop it, you have to then resummon it to bonus action.
Yeah, I see the part that says that now. I'm just going to move like 3 spaces around this rock thing to the left, and that's going to be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the beholder has now seen you and is going to fire away at you because you're new and possibly a threat.
I've been doing nothing this whole combat. I'm fine.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yep.
All right. It's not going to be the initial number because I also get a D6 on top of this, but I crit it anyway.
Where's the D6 from?
Where's the D6 from? The the very first turn in combat, I put the prey mark thingy on him, and I get a d6 on saves from that target. So 30 in total.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You are not managed.
Yay.
All right. Leela.
So what? In total, what number rounds is number 5?
This is round 5, yes.
So I.
Next round, we'll be able to use the.
That's fine. I'm guessing I'm pretty much in range just to fire a ball again.
You can indeed fire a ball.
Yeah. That's you making me say.
Oh, yeah. 19.
Jack, make that. Stop making it.
No. I will make it.
So 10 points of fire damage.
10 points of fire damage. Okay. And the fire, you climb back out and fire up the cannon. You are suddenly very aware of how close this machine is to you.
I move.
You'll climb
I
back.
climb back in.
Okay, it will get an opportunity attacking you.
That's fine.
The spike wheel. Probably won't make it though. 17.
Nope.
Yep.
I move to just kind of diagonal with Cedric.
So 1, 2, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 20 feet. Can I go a bit more to the left?
Good. There.
Yeah, thank you. And I will. Sorry, I just need to double check how much. I will. Ow. Okay. Can I poke my head out and give Cedric some healing? Oh no.
You started off really strong there, Laura. If you just keep saying what you were saying.
Yeah, sorry, I then remembered. Am I close enough to like reach out the door and just touch Cedric?
Sure. We'll say that as you sort of maneuver the crowd, you're going to turn around and back up to Cedric and just sort of scurry out.
Yeah, just double checking which is better. But yeah.
I think anything that makes Cedric less dying.
Yeah.
We're currently on a 50-50 split on whether he's going to die.
It won't let you vote.
Can I my 3rd level cure wounds? Am I in the ray? My 3rd level cure wounds.
No, it's not anti-magic at the moment.
Cool.
Doing another thing.
Doing another thing. It's not one useful.
I mean, I can't really contribute, but not dying is also good.
That's basically all I'm offering.
17 points to Cedric.
You just doubled my health.
Alright.
Oh no, sorry, that's an action.
That is an action. We have used bonus action one. Your nanite beam. Your healing word.
Yeah, that's healing word. That's not cure wounds.
It is.
Okay,
I'll do that. I'll do the nanite beam and snap roll again.
Yes.
Sorry.
So I bear with Ross. You're going to
I take the 17 back off.
Sorry, I completely.
Leela pokes you.
Even my own team is hurting me now.
Sorry. I just.
The crab.
She giveth and she taketh away.
Yeah, the crab stood on your foot and dealt 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
Laura's been round.
So then Leela goes.
It's still 15 points.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not doubled, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that.
A really good roll on that one. Or a really bad roll on the other one.
To be fair, for healing word, that's quite a good roll for me. Usually it's about 6.
I'm not complaining.
Alrighty, it is now the Gorgon's turns. As I go past Sean Bean again. The red one is going to charge at Keltar.
Yeah.
Keltar. Attack. Yes. 24 to hit.
Yes.
It does take damage though.
It does. It takes. Where were you earlier?
9 points of radiant damage to Red Bull. You take 17 points of piercing damage and need to make a con save. Strength save, sorry. Strength.
Can it also make a dex save?
Oh, you using your dragon rebuke?
Yeah.
Dex save. 10.
Cool.
Yeah. Why am I rolling a d6? What's your strength save?
Oh, yeah. 21.
Yeah, you're fine.
It takes 10 points of acid damage.
Nice. You are not knocked prone. It slams into you, but it slams into you with such force it pushes you right up against the rock. Sort of putting you there, but as the acid splashes out, it lifts away, not quite knocking you down. Asher, it's going to make an attack against you. 19.
Hit.
For 16 points of damage.
As it does.
Yes.
It takes 11 points of necrotic.
From
my shield.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, I'm only taking damage from the shield.
Right. Right. That is the end of the Gorgon's turn. Going to need Ralakor's going to use a final legendary action to attack. Well, it's going to go for Lyra again because Lyra's being a problem. Okay, Lyra, make a dex save.
$24.
You avoid feeble minds.
Woo! Stop with the feeble mind.
1 in 10 chance of rolling it, and I keep rolling it. Asher.
Need to turn this Gorgon into Gorgonzola.
Hooray!
Good luck.
Oh, that was a cheesy joke.
I didn't know you read that, Tom.
If Lyra hadn't made that dex save, she wouldn't have been able to make that fun.
Wait, we have a pun counter, don't we?
Oh
no, it was innuendo. I think it was an innuendo counter.
When did you have a kid, Tom? I didn't know you were a dad.
I'm practicing.
Wait, we've got an innuendo counter? Yes. Arthur.
Oh yeah, that's awake now.
If I'd known that, I would have tried harder. Asher.
I rage.
For the actor position.
I can now.
You can rage.
No, I'm gonna beat shit out of this guy. Two-handed, great weapon master, reckless.
Woo! Yeah, okay.
Yes, queen.
32.
Maybe.
Or
Is that with the... I was going to say, is that...
No, I know they hit.
Yes. It hit.
22 damage.
Okay.
24 damage. I'm really mad now.
Raging, yes. Okay.
30?
Yes.
Or 20. So 25.
25. Okay. Hang on.
That was 25 to hit.
Yeah, 25 hits. Just bear in mind, if you're wearing a shield, you can't do two-handed strikes. I just realised.
Okay.
So it's D8 instead of a D10.
24.
26. Jesus Christ. Somehow did more damage.
Yeah.
Okay, but that Gorgon is hurt.
Good. Am I?
Okay, Lyra. Do people want to take a break very quickly?
Really?
We are at the top of combat, are we?
We're at the top of the initiative order, so we can take a break if people want to.
Yeah, I could go get a hot cross bun.
To get a drink.
Okay.
Means Connor can use more of his last.
And we can run an ad break now. So
if we only had ads.
no, we can run an ad break.
Yeah, we can.
We'll take 10 minutes. We will come back in 10 minutes' time, so 10-2.
Okay.
We're back in a little bit. See you in a second.
Yeah.
So now we're actually back.
Do I still echo?
We'll find out. Okay. All right, we're going to go back into the fight. So Lyra, you are up again.
Okay. Still holding on. This is a miracle. Thank you, Wereshark. Okay. I guess we'll make another 2 attacks.
You see.
So first attack. Crit.
So evil.
Oh, come on.
This is going to be a lot of dice. Hang on, I need to do some maths here.
Damage.
So 3d8 normal goes to 68, plus another 68 for Vorpal, plus
10.
2d6.
Yes. Yeah.
So 12d8.
The beholder cannot be beheaded because it's all head.
It's understandable.
That just implies it gets like vanquished or something.
Yeah.
Surely then at least one stalk counts as a head.
Ooh.
Clean
Yeah.
it clean in twain.
Let's see what this does. This plus 13. I said, roll.
Roll them.
Oh, bitch.
So many dice.
So it's it's 3d8 from the weapon and the Planar Warrior, then that's doubled, and then plus the extra 68 from
From the Vorpal, plus 2d8, 2d6 from Hunter's Mark.
yes. So 12d8 plus 2d6.
Yeah. 78 points of force damage.
Okay.
Nice. Good hit.
Okay.
Second attack.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Yes.
This one's just 1d8 and 1d6. 17 more slashing damage.
Okay. Okay.
Very low damage on the second attack.
Yeah.
I'm presuming I can't hide from the beholder.
Do you know? No. No one's got that many eyes and you're holding on to one of them.
Mhm. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. I can't remember how many legendary actions he used this turn.
All of them.
He's used all of them this turn. Okay, cool. All right, so the war machines.
I don't know.
So Connor just going, I don't know how many.
No, that was me, because I very confidently said it had used them all, and you believed me.
I said it too. I gave you advantage.
I'm pretty sure I used the third one after Leela's turn.
Yeah.
I think I did as well. Okay, so they both got their breath thing back. So this one's going to scutter around. And I need for the crab and Cedric to make dex saves.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. 3.
2.
Okay.
We bump into each other.
Bonk. Alrighty, so you guys take a fuck ton of damage. Both take 43 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
43.
Yes,
I am unconscious.
I figured you would be.
I wasn't far off. Another 12 hit points.
And
Just to be up.
the other one is going to go for the person who keeps shooting things. So it's going to charge this rogue over here.
Nope.
Going to ram you. So that is a 26 to hit.
2 seconds. Reaction shield.
Okay.
My AC is now 29.
Jesus.
Natural 20.
Yeah, of course.
So because it is part of the random, so that is 10, 16. $45 points of piercing damage.
Rough, very rough.
And make a strength saving throw.
Oh, let's see how this goes. No, crit fail.
Okay, you're not prone. And I need to make a constitution saving throw so you can maintain concentration on your sword.
Oh, I am almost certainly not going to make that. 13. Nope.
Okay. Shadowblade is gone.
Yep.
Call the DM with high AC and my dice punished, apparently.
Just do what Jack does. Don't tell him.
That is the end of the war machines. Brings us to the lair action. Lair is going to... Yeah, do that one. Okay, so I need 4 Foundling, Asher, Kalatar, and Urshnir to each make a dexterity saving throw. Urshnir, you are at... does it want to use your pro? No. Your pro makes no difference.
Wow, I rolled worse than Asher.
No, you didn't.
Minus numbers.
Yeah.
Kalatar?
12.
You are grappled by the wall as it...
Yeah.
Urshnir?
24.
You're fine. Foundling?
You're muted.
16.
You are grappled.
+5.
Oh.
21.
21.
You are not grappled.
Thank
Asher.
goodness for that, because I couldn't diamond soul it, because I'd already diamond sold because my first roll was a natural 1.
Ooh. Asher.
3.
Ooh.
And
Crit.
I'm worse than Asher.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, just Kalatar is grappled by this. Cool. Kalatar, it's your turn.
All right. Yeah, now to a certain extent, I'm more worried about the thing that's now on my face.
It's funny that.
Can I actually see the beholder?
Where you are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. No, it's just out of your range. And Ross, yes.
Cool. I'm definitely more worried about this thing that's in my face because.
They were dexterity rather than wisdom.
Okay.
I am going to use many charges on my cape to cast Guiding Bolt at this thing.
Okay. Make a second roll disadvantage.
Yerp.
Is it worth me rolling a bunch of saves now, Luke, or not really? Or just calling it as it is?
Roll one for last turn, because we've got that.
I'm going to use...
Well, you were stunned anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. So
No, but just in case. I'd rather have fewer effects. It got a 16.
Perfect.
I'm going to attempt to use 5 charges.
Okay. You say attempt to use 5 charges, you're going to use 5 charges.
Well, I'm going to use 5 charges and hopefully it will actually do something.
Okay. So this is a 5th level guiding bolt.
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Hits. Barely. Well, I'll say barely. 18 to 19, but still.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This was the red.
8.
1d6.
Oh!
1d6. Yeah, low numbers.
20.
28. Okay.
From 8d6.
Okay, so the blast goes off in its face. It is now glowing radiantly.
Yep.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
On Cedric.
Yes, he's going to rank you.
On.
Oh, the woohoo.
Oh, it's a woo!
Woohoo!
What noise was that? What the hell?
What level?
I will do it. I don't know because my thing will not scroll. There it is.
Heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, baby.
I will do it at 3rd level.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Cedric, you get 8 hits.
Better than nothing.
So you are now conscious.
So 7.
8.
8.
8. Oh, 7.
At the start of your turn, Cedric, you heal your Gaia hit points.
Yes, 10.
Okay. But you are still stunned.
I am still stunned. But
at the end of your turn, make a dex save
yes.
and a con save.
The dex save first is a 15, which I believe is not enough.
Fails.
A con save is it's an 11.
But
not enough. I will continue. I mean, I'm feebled, so but you know.
You are Arthur now.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's true.
But with an axe and a shield.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's terrifying. Right, it is Ralakor's turn. Ralakor does not like being cut open in the arsehole and being given an episiotomy between his anus and his mouth. So it's going to beam the fuck out of Lyra. Oh, no. That's cocked. That isn't. Lyra, make a dex save.
Unnatural 20.
Fine. You are not slowed. Make another dex save.
Uh, 26.
Okay. Dodge the disintegration ray. Make another dex save. What the fuck? Look, I happen to have rolled a dex save once. Fine.
11. Hang on. I will roll my d10 for the day.
Okay.
This may not work. $18.
Just fails. Oh. You take 34 points of necrotic damage. As desiccation ray hits you again.
I will do the concentration and probably fail that. 14, yes.
Yeah, the hunter's mark is gone. Okay. Actually, that's one. I didn't do the big icon.
Oh no!
Can't point the big icon at Lyra.
No.
Nope.
I specifically said I'm sat on its back.
Yes, I know. All right. In which case, in that circle of powered stunnage, you know what? He's going to switch on the anti-magic field again. So, Foundling, Asher, Cedric, magic ceases for you guys. Which technically
really nice feeble mind.
Does that unfeeble me?
Yeah.
I was literally about to say, technically neutralizes feeble minds.
Yeah!
And the stun.
Yeah! Woo! Not that I can like cast any spells or do anything in this, but I at least can think.
Also slow. So everything that is affecting Cedric is suppressed for now.
The fool.
But Foundling, your arms are gone.
Well, the 2 extra ones are. You can keep your 2.
Your arms are gone. And Asher, your strength drops down to its normal 16.
Oh no.
Final ray against Lyra. Make another dex save.
Really?
How many dex things have they got?
That's
at least 4.
23.
Carry on with your day. Family. Oh, Ralakor is not happy. Fine, Ralakor is going to try and leave.
Leave?
He's going to go this way.
He's in a cave!
Is that a hole? I thought it was a rock.
That is a rock, but he's above it. He's flying.
Oh, right.
Don't panic.
Actually, It'll be this way. The other side of the
I
block.
don't know if it's about to go. Actually, it is a hole.
No, it's a that is a column that goes all the way to the height, so he's actually going around it. So he's got some cover. Doesn't cover, but he can still use his big eye cone, which still just about fits there. Family. Dom.
I think Dom's here.
He might not be here.
He failed a dex there.
He is not in the chat.
We've lost Dom. Arushne, in which case we'll just skip your turn. I won't do the legendary action after the turn because that
so these war machines have been pain in the butt. From what I've seen, is there a way to see into the people driving it?
No, they are surprisingly well protected.
Frustrating. What to do on such things? Okay. I will. It's tricky stuff.
Big decision.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna wait. If I stand up, I'm only gonna have 1, 2, 3 more squares, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah, blah blah blah. All right, then I'm going to stand up. Bonus action disengage. Main action long stride. Because I'm annoyed I didn't get that up earlier. Blah blah. Which spell level are you? Okay. And then I think that probably won't give me 10 on addition after standing up. I probably only get the 5 extra. But I'm going to start moving, I guess south.
Towards me.
I guess, yeah.
This way.
Oh no, I meant down. But yeah, down, definitely down.
Like
like
towards the end screen.
The other way though, the way I came from. Yeah, basically.
Okay. So long throw that you should speed by 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I assume it's still going to be half, even though I cast long stride. So half 40, 20. So 4 squares.
Yeah, it gets you there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. At the end of the turn, it's going to use a legendary action to blast Lyra. Which is make another dex save.
Unnatural 20.
Carry on. Leela.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got 1 of the big booms. That's a 40-foot radius.
Yes.
Can
Sorry, I
I
didn't
get-
realize you're asking us a question.
Yeah, sorry. Well, yes, no. Can I get it so it hits the holder and the 2 gorgons?
There is
Technically.
yeah, I'm good. It's a 40-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me get my thing. The cone. Yeah.
I thought it was on one of the chairs. Oh, but it might have been.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So my dice gone everywhere.
It helps me work.
It's okay. No, it's okay. Go back.
40-foot sphere. So to hit all of them. Yes. If you were to do a 40-foot sphere, so that you hit both of them, you would hit both of them, but you would hit Lyra as well.
Even though Lyra's on the back.
It's that big of a radius that in order to hit, so I'll put the 40-foot down there. To hit both of these guys just within the 40-foot radius, it's going more than 40 feet that way.
Yeah.
So there's no way to do it without hitting there. Unless you bring it multiple forward, in which case. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but bear in mind, I've got a roll to make sure it actually stays on point.
Also, as a counterpoint, you could bring it forward and hit me.
It would hit lots of people that way.
If it was going to be pulled forward so that it hits only Ralakor and not Lyra, it's going to hit everyone else.
Yeah. It's me or everyone else.
So much, yeah, I've got a roll to make sure that it actually stays in place.
Yes.
So,
That's what we will say.
okay, we'll go for it.
Okay, so you're effectively aiming to hit about there, I would say.
Yes.
Very precisely there.
If I get my big template out, so that one, so it's based there between those two boxes. So
Please hit there.
that's your target spot.
Aim. Hold.
Sorry, you're making me nervous.
I wish I could find a gif from a very specific pirate film where they're all shouting fire all.
So I've literally just got to make sure that it stays in the place. That's it.
Just anywhere in that general area.
Even if it doesn't hit exactly there, if it goes off course in a direction, what do you roll?
12.
12. That fails. I want you to roll a d8 for me.
Is it a D8? Okay.
It's d8 for scatter, which direction it goes in. 4.
Oh shit. Now I've got to roll how much it goes by.
Yep.
180 degrees would be good.
Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh.
90 feet in.
Oh no!
It might still hit him.
10, 11.
Nope.
No, it's going to take the fuck out of that rock.
So 90 feet is, well, it's a lot. So if it goes 90 feet that way, it goes back up the camp.
It's going down that tunnel.
No.
You guys would have gone. So 1, 2,
It's
3.
going down that tunnel.
Yeah, pretty much. You basically fired it forward and gone backwards. That's glorious.
So that's 60 feet there.
Oh, fuck.
So it goes another 90 feet, another 30 that way, where it's centered. So 40 feet out. So I need Urshner to make a dex save.
Evasion, he'll pass it and take no damage. It'll be fine.
What attack is this? Why is it?
It's a meteor swarm.
So as Leela climbs onto the back of the crab and sits and aims, focusing the spot, she fires it off with enough ricochet. It gets caught churning inside. The back of the crab that he's mounted on flicks and recoils backwards, and she fires it over the shoulder, impacting here.
Fire in a hole.
What's the save?
26. It's a dex, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
The explosion erupts, creating a massive void, taking a huge chunk out of this supporting rock. So I need to see whether or not that collapses.
I was going to say, does that war machine not take anything?
Yeah.
Should do. 40 feet.
40 feet? Well, yeah, it's 30 feet on from here. So that's 30. Yeah, the war machine. No, the war machine just misses.
Oh, fuck off!
It just misses.
Doesn't happen to be another wizard down there.
Yeah, to make me feel better.
That same wizard.
That same with the ghost, just on the way to the afterlife.
Same wizard finally got a natural 20 and got up.
The cavernous explosion throws a pile of sand and dust right down the caverns. It does kill the 4 kobolds who had run away at the beginning of the combat and were running around to try to avoid them, because they were just coming to get into the passageway to go and get a boat and see if they can find them. But it just vaporizes them. The sand, well, you guys don't see this, you suddenly can see daylight streaming in from, because you've blown the sand completely clear off. Gosh. So that happens. That's your action.
Does that increase visibility?
It basically increases the light in here, so it's no longer dim lights.
Yay.
So the daylight sort of goes up to around here because it just sort of is streaming in now. The temple's not particularly stable anymore. But anything else, Lena?
I'm too scared to do anything else.
Okay.
I mean, I can drone or whatever. So.
Drone or whatever.
Drone or whatever.
Drone or thing.
Can I drone the?
Only roll 12. What was the DC? Just out of interest on the items at 18.
It doesn't have one.
What's your spell?
My dex is 18, but
Oh,
the
DC.
spell itself, I'm sure it's.
No, the spell. No, sorry.
Oh,
I
it's
meant
18
for the
for
item.
me to roll.
Yes.
18.
Oh, okay. So even with your +5,
It's really high. It's
Yeah.
an Arcana check. It's not even a.
so it's just not even saying. It's just a check.
It's a really,
Difficult DC.
really high. And
I mean, to
the
be fair, it is a 9th level spell that you're firing off, so
Yeah.
that makes sense that it's
Yeah.
rough. Anyway, so yes, drones.
Yeah, I'll just go for the beholder.
Okay. So Droney and Dronads are going to have to. Droney and Dronads are going to have to move over here to get a shot on him.
Okay. Why?
Because they were over here, and he's got this big pillar of rock
Oh.
that's supporting, that's hiding behind.
Dronad didn't make it.
Dronad died.
16.
16 misses.
And then I've got a 27.
Yeah, that definitely is.
So my critical damage.
Can you get Foundling stats up? We'll just do a turn for Foundling because I don't know if Dom's
7
gone.
points of piercing damage to the
7
beholder
points
versus
piercing damage.
the 40 points of damage!
Oh no, here we go. I'm just coming back.
40 dice.
Okay, so the end of your turn, you're going to use a legendary action to try Lyra again. Hi, Dom.
Hello.
What happened there?
Hit with a comet.
Everything went wrong with my internet.
Fair enough.
Everything.
Everything. Okay. We'll come back to your turn in a second. Just skipped it in the initiative order because it was easier.
Thank you.
But we'll just come back to it next. So legendary action against Lyra. I need Lyra to make a. Who wants to guess what it is? Strength saving throw.
Oh.
Avant-garde.
The disappointment.
So 20.
Yeah. Fine. Family, your turn. You are currently in the anti-magic field.
Okay, I have no arms. Oh.
You have your usual arms.
My usual number of arms.
Yes.
Okay, the nearest thing to me looks like it's a Gorgon, the green base.
Yes.
So let's go and whack it with a pair of tonfas.
Okay, these are non-magical currently.
Yep.
So take off the +3.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, attack 1. 18.
Misses.
Attack 2. 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, max damage. 13 damage.
Nice. Okay, that's your 2 attacks. Anything else?
I will then spend a key for flurry of blows.
Cool.
13 is going to miss, I'm sure.
Yes, it does.
How about a 19?
Just barely hits.
Okay, so it can take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And can it make a dex save or be knocked prone?
It will be knocked prone.
Okay, that's my turn done.
All right, and then we're going to use the final Ralakor legendary action. He really doesn't want Lyra to still be there on his turn. Okay, dex save.
$15.
Your mind becomes feebled.
Oh, fuck off.
And you take 13 points of psychic damage.
Oh dear.
You sound so sarcastic. It was, fuck off. Oh dear. I mean, on the plus side, feral Lyra would still at least have the presence of mind to not let go. So, you know, there's
And she'll still attack. I mean, she's lost concentration on Hunter's Mark, but
I thought you'd lost.
you already had.
Yeah,
So
you lost anyway. All right, so that was founding out of order. So the Gorgons. Nope, I'm not going to use it yet. Okay, so Kelatar, you are currently grappled, pinned. Well, pinned, so it's going to poke you with its horns, which I know Kelatar enjoys. 21 to hit.
Yeah. He's holding.
That's more like my numbers. That is 26 points piercing damage. That's all weak.
9 points of bleeding damage.
And then it's going to gore Fountain, the one that's over there. Probably not. 16.
Misses.
Yep, figured so. That's the end of the Gorgons. Asher.
Stab.
Yes, by all means.
If it's the one next to me, you've got advantage because of it's being thrown.
Actually, that's a point of order, because if you're using your long sword, you can't use Great Weapon Master unless you're doing it two-handed, and you can't use your shield on.
I'll drop my shield.
Okay. Me only realizing whole problems later. So remember, this is without your strength bonus and the magical bonus for Shaft Bang.
22.
22 hits.
For 22 points of damage.
Yeah, I had 3 left. It's dead. You bring the sword up. You're not used to it, but you bring the blades through, and you feel like just in the old days, cleaving through the metal of this organ. As you do so, there is a flicker of a rune upon Shatterfang's blades. Ooh. And you feel a slight pulse of energy within you.
A good pulse.
Pulse of the pulse of the pulse.
Can I get in combat with the war machine?
The yellow one?
Yeah.
Yep.
And do my second attack on that.
Mm-hmm.
Crit.
That'll do it.
Doesn't matter about no bonuses with that.
30 points.
Ooh. Okay. Alrighty.
32. Sorry.
Oh yes, because you're raging. No, does not have 75. As you swing the blade this time, you feel that pure fury sort of burning behind your eyes, and you swear you see Shatterfang glow slightly. Not sure why. That is the end of your turn.
Okay.
Lyra.
is it my turn, or are you attacking me again?
No, it's your turn. As usual, it's legendary actions.
Right. Lyra knows that nothing but stab.
Yep.
Stab 1 is a 24 to hit.
Hits. So I will say because of the feeble mind, Planar Warrior has also faded.
Okay. So that's 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second attack. 18.
Just misses. Okay. Anything else? We're just going to hold on.
Just going to hold on.
War Machine times. In yellow, this white War Machine is going to charge at the lizard folk who keep running away. That is a 28 to hit.
I will shield.
Okay. Put you at 29. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because you wouldn't have your shield out.
Why wouldn't I? I had it out.
Because you were using your bow, and in previous...
Okay, but I switched when I cast Shadow Blade.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you use your action to pull it out. Okay, fine. Never mind.
Yeah.
I know you switched around. That's fine. Never mind.
Yeah, I currently don't have a blade in my hand, but I've still got my shield on.
Okay, fine. Second attack, just in case of a crit. No. Against Asher, because he seems like a big problem now. 22.
Yes.
And 14.
Miss. Oh, no, wait. Because I have to throw this away. 14 is my armor.
Okay. So 2 hits. For... this is going to be half you, so it's you and you. 27, 32, 30, 36 point, sorry, 38 points of damage reduced down to 19.
Okay.
Hang on. No, sorry. 20, we reduced to 22 because there's another 6 in there I've got to add on.
Okay.
That is the end of their turn. The lair action. Oh, you are no longer grappled. Yay! Oh, no, wait. No, you're still grappled. Oh, no, it comes out initiative count 20. The round after next. So it's got another round of being grappled. No, I know. It's going to take another ray at Lyra. If it can. A 5. Make a strength saving throw, Lyra.
Doesn't like doing these. Hang on.
Let's go strength, but you're a dex character.
19.
Just succeeds. Connor. Big glowing ball in your face.
Yeah. I am going to use Ocean Blast.
Okay.
I will hit the Gorgon one with 1 ray.
Yes.
And I will aim the other 2 at Ralakor.
Okay, Ralakor is going to have 3/4 cover because of where he is.
Yes, there is.
And you're at disadvantage whilst the Gorgon's in your face.
Yeah. So straight roll for the Gorgon.
Yep.
25.
Hits.
It takes 8 points of damage. And then Ralakor.
+5 to AC.
Yeah, sorry. You say that just mildly confusing.
Sorry.
So it's 14.
Misses.
And 21.
Misses. Okay. You just hear you fire it off, you hit the one in the ball, and you're satisfied with that, and you just hear ping ping against 2 pieces of rock. Cedric, you heal. Actually, no, you don't. You're in the anti-magic field. But you are you. And you're not stunned, you're not slowed.
Yeah, I've kind of don't know what to do with it myself now, though.
You have an axe.
I'm going to literally swing at the green machine.
Okay.
Based on the fact I don't think there's anything else really nearby.
There's a blue thing, but you can't. That's probably not good to hit.
You know what that is?
I do know what that is. I knew what that was.
Fireballing crab.
That's a 20 to hit.
Hit.
Nice. It's not going to be a lot of damage, but it's going to be something. You know what? It's going to be 9 points of slashing damage.
Which is reduced half to 5. How do you want to destroy this war machine?
What? What?
5 hit points left.
So I'm just going to be like, oh. Just...
So as you swing the axe of Genesis, you feel it cleave in, taking apart the metal and wood. It seems to hit a hinge in which the dragon's head that is mounted upon it swings out. The kobold that's on top falls off and exposes the two that are sat inside the engine going. But they are now.
Can I?
Terrified kobolds.
I mean, I guess I'm going to find out. Can I move the spiritual weapon?
No, your magical connection to it has been severed.
Okay. I wondered if that was the case. I guess I can do something then. And now I'll end my turn.
Okay. It is now Ralakor's turn. Ralakor is going to continue moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, so it's likely to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, he's going to aim at Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make it go away. Dex save. So it's coming very close to it. Why won't you die? Moment.
I might now. 16.
That fails. So that's unfortunately is the disintegration rate.
Oh fuck.
So that is 8d10, 88. You take 45 points of force damage.
Ow.
Still up?
Yep.
Oh!
Okay. Good news is I can't roll that again this turn. So,
Make another.
yeah, this one's going to be in Telzar actually.
Oh, okay.
Because you kept shooting at him.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Yep, I know.
What could be question?
Because none of them are.
23.
Yeah, you're fine. Telzar again. Dex save.
10.
The ray hits you. You feel your joints stiffen.
Oh.
Nope.
No, even worse.
Petrified.
Oh.
Start of the petrification. And you knew somehow you were always a diamond inside, as you'll need some balance.
Oh.
I know.
Final ray, Lyra.
We'll go all the way to
Lyra, make a wisdom saving throw. Because sure, this will work.
Unnatural 20.
You are not afraid of it.
Cool.
Because why shouldn't you be? Family.
I'm too stupid to be afraid, sure.
Family.
Okay.
There's line.
I've just realised I have a cure for petrification on me and I'm too stupid to know to use it.
I mean, Cedric has the cure for everything and he's too stupid to use it. So it's not the moment.
Not at the moment. I just can't. Quickly, I'll tell someone all my secrets before.
Yeah, so keep it alive long enough so that I can teach you to become a.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that before. 15th level with cleric.
Foundling is going to run across to the Gorgon that's attacking Kelatar, I think.
Yep. As you go rushing across, your arms sprout out again.
Okay, can you move me 90 degrees anti-clockwise around the thing? There, that's where I want to be. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, I've now got extra things to hit it with, but Tonfus first.
Yes.
18.
Misses.
Unnatural 20.
Yes. Sorry.
10 bludgeoning.
Then put the bludgeoning damage, okay?
Unarmed strike 1.
Yes.
15's going to miss.
Yes. The swords are here somewhere, but don't worry.
Unarmed strike 2. 23 to hit.
Yep.
For 11 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And let's spend a key to flurry of blows it.
By all means.
16 again.
Misses.
And a natural 1. Oh dear, my dice are betraying me. Okay, I'm done.
That's happened at some point. All right. Roshnir.
All right. So I just thought of something different from what I was thinking of doing. Oh yeah, I've got long strider going too. I'm going to yeah, bonus action dissing. No, sorry, I'm getting this all wrong in my head. Okay, so this thing's not going to leave me alone. I'll go back to my first idea. Bonus action Slayer's Prey on it, and then I'm just going to use my regular attack on it.
Can you transfer that?
Yeah, it's use it indefinitely. You can only have it on one target at a time, though.
Okay.
Bonus action to target someone. Okay, I don't know why my... Did I unequip my sword? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's why I can't see the action. Sorry. Roll. That is bad. That is a 13. Yeah, and probably skirt around it with my movement. Obviously not breaking, so I don't get opportunity attacked. One more time actually around would be great. Yeah, and that's my turn.
Alrighty, at the end of your turn, Ralakor is going to fire a ray at Foundling. It's cocked. That's not. Foundling, make a dex save.
Oh, that's a 12, so I'm guessing I'm going to need to spend a key to re-roll that.
That would fail.
Oh, only a 16.
That does fail. So you take, however, evasion, so you do take half damage on this.
Yeah.
You would take 34 reduced down to 17 of necrotic damage. As your multiple arms just wither somewhat, the water is drained from them. Okay, Mila.
Should
Hi.
we make fireball at it?
No.
Fine then.
No. Okay.
True.
I've got to go something else. Right. I move crab. Do I get the crab's movement and then my movement?
You get crab's movement, and then the difference of what's left in your movement. So your movement's what, 25?
Yeah.
Crab is
20.
So you go an extra 5 feet.
Woo! Yeah, can I do that kind of? Yeah, towards the bad.
Which what? Ralakor.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, not before I get out. Put me back. I will cast haste on myself.
Okay, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how many energy have you used? One of her
5,
gadgets.
10, 15, 20, 21.
So you've got like 3 left.
I've got 28 energy.
Woo! Oh yeah, that's
Then-
right. Boost.
Yeah. I then use my cloak.
Okay. Just to make yourself invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your action and your hasted action. That's all your action and your bonus action.
So then I get one more action.
You've got your hasted action, yes.
So that is
Attack.
That's fine.
And you have technically 10 more feet of movement
Woo!
because you're now faster.
Okay. Then, so 10. Okay, so now I'm visible. 10 feet. I get out of the crowd.
Yes, which way are you going?
Actually, no, I'm not going to use 10 feet. Can I use 10 feet that go up and diagonal?
So you can get out here and go over here.
Yeah, that'll do. And then I can just trigger it. I can just trigger.
Take shot trigger.
At the Gorgon because.
At the Gorgon. Okay, make an attack roll with advantage.
With advantage.
Yes. So Foundling and Kelatar, you see the crowd back end open up, and you just see a wink as Leela shimmers out, covering herself with a technological cloak.
15.
And Kala's, I probably think she's flirting with
With
him.
advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
You're invisible.
You mean Kalatar?
Misses.
Can I plus 5?
Can you add it to your attack rolls?
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, but it's taken to saving throw. Yeah, next round.
Okay. No worries. All right, so at the end of your turn, Ralakor is going to use another ray. Who can you see that he wants to pick on? That lizard folk he can spot now coming out of the corner. Rushne, make for me a, what is it? Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, okay. 16 question mark.
Fail. You fall asleep.
Aww. He's good to remember me after I only fired one shot at him at the start. It's very nice.
Yeah. He's usually running around and annoying his pet. All right, Gorgon's turn. Gorgon is going to gore Foundling. Foundling punched it. And is an angry beast. 22 to hit.
Yep.
For not all the damage, but some of it at least. 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Now.
And then at the end of that turn, Ralakor can use its final legendary action. Try and get rid of this. Saying on its back. Use that ray in the legendary actions. So that one. I think, yeah, use that one. Go on, same number. Sure. Lyra, make a dex save.
$25.
You are not slowed.
Good.
Carry on with your day. Asher.
Are those just kobolds?
They're just kobolds.
Give them a harsh look and they'll die.
Leave them to the drones.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and stab the blue one.
Sorry?
Gonna stab
That's
the blue
the
one?
crab.
That's the crab.
Oh. I have 40 feet. Can I get into combat with the other war machine?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Just short.
The red one's further away. I'll just...
No, the red one's closer. You can make it.
Can I?
Yep.
Then I'll go and stab the red one.
You make it with 5 feet to spare.
Yeah. Thank you, Jared, for the running commentary.
Sorry.
Thanks for the running commentary.
Am I magic again?
You are, yes.
All the shears. 28.
Yep.
21.
It's dead. You cleave a second Gorgon in twain, and you see a second rune appear upon Shatterplane's blade.
So that's it now, other than that War Machine and Ralakor.
And the kobolds.
I don't count them as enemies.
Yeah, they are minor annoyances.
Okay. Well, I'm done for the rest of the game.
No, well, actually, the kobolds do have a turn, so they're going to take their turn and surround Cedric because he destroyed their machine and they like that machine.
They deserved it.
They're just going to stand with daggers. 22.
Yeah, that will hit. Still slow down, are you? So.
17.
That will hit.
And 22.
That will not hit. No, that will
You're not slowed because you're in the anti-magic.
Oh yeah, I'm in the anti-magic. Oh yeah,
you
that's a
can't
great
cast
point.
shield because you're in the anti-magic.
No, that's fine. It just means that
your AC is 18.
No, it's still 17. Never mind, it's still 17. Because it would have been way lower, but because the armor is reduced by 2, so it's yeah.
So 6 plus 6, 12 points of piercing damage.
I am still up with 6 points.
The kobold just jump on you. Just get stabby. All right, Gorgon's are dead. Leave that in there for the kobold. Lyra.
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby, stabby.
Stab one. Said. Stab one. 29 to hit.
Hits.
$17 slashing damage.
How do you end this?
Thanks.
Fuck.
I think what she does is she stabs into it and just holds on as it falls, and she's too stupid to work out. She should try and save herself, probably.
Yeah, probably. So as you stab into it, and it just the rest of you see its eyes sort of just flailing wildly. Each of them just sort of like a technical light show as the laser bolts just fire off in different directions, blasting into things.
How much falling damage do I take?
Well, this is the thing. Make a dexterity saving throw, because as you hold onto it and it dies, your weight causes it to pivot, so it's almost falling off directly on top of you.
25.
Okay, you managed to, out of pure instinct, push yourself away before it pivots too far. So you only take the standard 3d6, which is 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
As the beholder lands upon the ground next to you. For those that are close enough, you sense a slight smile upon Lyra's face.
I would like to know how many saving throws I had to make during this combat.
So many.
5 a turn.
And you kept making them. All right, that is the end of your day. It's time for the War Machine, because we've still got combat happening. The War Machine is going to attack the prone here.
I'm unconscious too, so.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
That auto crits.
Yes. The 25 to hit, even with your stupid arm class. That is a hit with an auto crit.
I mean, the lizard folk get natural armor, so, you know, it's just how it works.
Yeah. It's the other things you have added on that have made it so stupid.
Yeah, well, 6 more points doesn't hurt.
So that is 26 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
You are now awake.
Ooh, that's useful.
So you put damage, you're still prone, so it's going to make a second attack, which is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, Cedric is now slowed and stupid again. And...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Joy.
That is another 26 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
All right, that is the end of that turn. Their action doesn't happen. Galata. You are no longer held by the wall, but you are restrained.
Yeah, and I can't see anything.
No.
To hit. So
You can see Lyra.
Yeah. If I center a mass healing word on the crab,
yes,
that should hit everyone, or at least up to 6 people.
Doesn't specify that you have to be able to see them, does it?
I don't believe so, but again, the iPad is showing this point, not scroll properly. Mass healing word. Up to 6 creatures. Oh no! Up to 6 creatures on your choice that you can see within range.
Okay, so you'd be able to affect Lyra, Foundling, Asher, yourself, and Cedric. You would not be able to. Yeah, the outcropping would block you from losing it, and Leela's invisible.
Perfect.
Hello.
I'll have it at this level. I won't push the hammer. 4, 2, 3, 5. 11 points of healing.
Okay, so Lyra, Foundling, Asher, Keltar, and Cedric, 11 points of healing. The end of your turn.
It's literally keeping me in the game.
You do have an action, so you can do something, maybe.
There is nothing I can do to prevent what is about to happen to me.
And make a Constitution saving throw.
You might be able to see the kobolds.
You could see the kobolds.
Fuck it, I'll send a blast at each, an Eldritch blast at each of the kobolds.
I imagine you're doing this whilst the Eldritch blast, the somatic component is just middle fingers. You just go. Yeah.
I thought that was Finger of Death.
Natural 20 on the first one.
You're at disadvantage because you're restrained.
14?
Hits. 12.
7.
Misses.
No, 7.
Oh, damage.
Yeah.
Okay. That one's still up.
Second one.
Yes.
17.
Yes, hits.
So he takes 14 points of damage.
Yes.
And then another one.
Yard.
13.
Hits.
7.
Still up.
I think they have 8 hit points.
They have 10.
Or 10.
So, make your Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's cocked.
It's only a birth check.
Oh no, I have my D10.
Okay.
Let's go now. Oh, you 14?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
how was that?
Mm-hmm.
Kalatar.
+5.
Could be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 30 feet, isn't it? You could. That puts it to 19, which is the DC.
Okay.
So you flex. Except you strike a pose because you know you want to be held as rigid as possible.
Of course.
And you stop. You're not as hard as you would think. At least not all over.
Oh shit.
You tuck yourself away and you just hear a voice just going, "You're welcome," from the darkness. Cedric, the kobold who stabbed you. Ow. Kill them.
I think I'm still stunned.
Yes, you are, actually.
I guess I'll make some saving throws. I'm going to make my dex one first to see if the...
Yes.
What the 6? And then I'll make my con save. Oh, 23!
You are no longer stunned, but you are still slow.
Okay. I mean, I guess next turn.
Foundling.
Okay. There's still... I think the war machine's a more important target than 2 kobolds, so I'm going to run over and beat on the war machine.
Yep, easy enough. 45 feet.
Okay. Ton for 1.
Yep.
23 to hit.
Yes, sir.
for 13 bludgeoning.
Yep. More, please.
Taunt for 2, only a 16.
Hits.
Oh, okay.
Just.
11 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Unarmed strike 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
Yes.
12 bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
Unarmed strike 2.
Here comes the 1.
14.
Misses.
So not a 1, but it misses.
Yep.
And then spend a key for flurry of blows. 15.
Misses.
And 18.
Hits.
For 9 more bludgeoning.
Okay. Just another round of pummeling.
And can it make a strength save or be knocked 15 feet back?
Natural 19, 24.
Okay, that makes it then.
Yeah. Alrighty.
My turn's done.
Urshir.
I'm asleep. Oh no, wait, I got woken up. So yeah, I actually have an ally here. This will work out then. Stand up, but I'm pretty aware most everything's down. I could see the beholder fall right from where I am.
Yeah, the beholder's dead.
Yeah, cool. No, I just wanted to. Yeah. All right.
No, it's not.
No, it's out of your dark vision. You can't see. It's dead.
Anyway, I'll just main action attack it. Hang on. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Say crit. Right. So apparently I'm crit hit. What have I got? Double ones, of course. 7 slashing damage. Probably.
Also sneak attack.
Oh yeah, sneak attack. Thank you. Sorry, first rogue ever played. 8 more damage, so 15 in total.
That doubles.
Oh, so 14 plus 8 then, is it? Or you want me to roll the damage again? Oh no, hang on, what?
14 plus 8. Okay, fine. So it's 22.
Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't matter. It was on 3 hit points. It's broken apart. So there is now just kobold.
Cool.
If you get back up from your unconsciousness, your short slumber, you systematically take apart the pieces. Cool. Just kobold.
I will bonus action disengage and just move a few feet back, whatever my movement allows, which I think is 4 more steps.
Sure. Leela.
I wasted the great invisibility, but oh, so the kobolds are still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's 5 kobolds.
Can I?
Let's go kobold cleanup.
Yeah, basically. There was something that I thought I wanted to do as like kind of possible. If I use the spell catapult,
yes,
to catapult a bomb,
yes,
would I get the 3d8 and the 4d6 damage? Because the catapult deals the 3d8 damage.
Does the bomb have a weight on it?
Oh, no, now you're asking.
The only catapult has got a.
It's 1 to 5 pounds.
Yes. So I don't know how much the bomb weighs.
I mean, hold it in my hand.
I mean, yes, but you carry weights in your hand that are more than 5 pounds.
Hold on. Doesn't say. One bomb, 5 pounds.
I was going to say, no one knows the weight of a grenade. General grenade weighs about 2 pounds, so sure.
Can I do and get both the damages on
I would say make an intelligence check to get it to be an. Oh no, your grenades are set up to be impact triggers, aren't they? Or bombs?
Yeah, they're just bombs as soon as it hits something.
Yeah, so they're impact grenades anyway. In which case, yes. Why not? So bonus action to create a bomb.
Yeah, can I do it? Because the catapult's got 90 feet, so can I do it so it'll hit the 3 yellow ones over there?
What's the explosion radius on it?
10 feet?
Yeah, if you can move across to then be targeting this guy, who is more in the middle and means it wouldn't hit Foundling.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a dex save. It's a disadvantage because it's an invisible bomb coming out from nowhere. No, 7.
No.
So yeah, that hits. So finally, you just sort of see coming out of your peripheral vision this shiny object firing out and impacting the kobold at the side of the head, which kills it instantly, almost certainly.
Hold on.
For the 3d8 of impact damage.
So I'm on 20.
Yeah, that's killed it.
No, yeah, I'm still gonna roll it. 25.
Well, no. Roll it separately because the impact from the catapult spell is a separate damage to the explosion. Because the explosion affects all 3 of them.
Okay.
So this guy's dead.
Okay.
But because you hit his skull so hard,
Okay.
it's now exploding.
That was a 5.
Okay.
Just to be clear, is this the grenade exploding or is this some kind of skull shrapnel?
Both.
6, 8, and 11 points of.
They are impaled by the shockwave of the powder, and finally you have little bits of cobalt that have now just splattered down your shirt, and 1 cobalt tooth that is just sort of just there.
I'll just shout over to Foundling because I'm not really hiding from anything anymore. Sorry, Foundling! Can I then? Did I move?
You move to get a better shot.
Can I then? Do I have movement to get to the 2 white ones?
Yes, because you're hasted. So
Yes.
Can
I
Where do you want to be?
hold on, I'm just seeing what I've got. I don't. Oh yeah, no, I will. Can I get to where the closest one to shopping grass bit?
You've already cast a spell this turn, so you're hasted.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could lob another grenade at them. It would hit Cedric, but it wouldn't kill him.
You sure about that?
Yeah, say you said that quite confidently, but
What?
But it wouldn't kill Cedric.
It wouldn't kill me.
Again, if I kind of throw it behind, so I've got I can throw a grenade 20 feet. Even if I kind of, yeah. And I technically have 2 bombs to throw, so I need to make some bonus action. So I've just got 1 weapon attack.
Yes. So you
Can
can
I-
trigger or
Can I actually, yeah, because I need the. No, bonus action really can make throw a bomb. Yeah, so I have a bomb spec, so I will throw the bomb behind both of them so it doesn't hit Cedric. But it
so
hits
it pops
them.
there, hits those 2. Okay. Oh, do they have a save on this, by the way, or no? I just forget about that. I mean, I'm fairly certain they wouldn't make it. Yeah, no. I think there's a dex save on them.
Yes, the dex save.
Yeah, no, they both failed. Well, 2 16s.
12 points of bludgeoning.
And with that, the final grenade explosion rings out, taking down those last kobolds that were polluting this temple. And you take a moment to take your breath and breathe a sigh of relief. Foundling, Asher, and Leela, and Kelazar probably. Something out of your peripheral catches you.
Another wizard.
You look over to the crater that Leela had blasted in the sand, leaving a glass shine over it. And the glass is moving. Moving? Yes. It is shifting. The crevices that seem to be naturally formed and exploded seem to be moving into something somewhat familiar. The face, as it now emerges, is that of a woman. Seemingly awakening from a persistent slumber. As she moves, her head contained within the glass, so sort of an inverse of a fishbowl. She looks around at you all and smiles. Mother Earth thanks you. And that is where we'll pick up next week. Jesus. Well, that was a vengeance quest that was long coming, wasn't it?
Nearly went badly wrong.
I very nearly went badly wrong. Let's take that out. Put it back there. So yeah, it's me. Yeah, that happened. Good job, guys.
Yes.
Yay.
And for your benefit, you would have had to go chase down those 4 kobolds that ran away early on if you hadn't blown them up by mistake.
Yes.
So, yeah, to cleanse the temple.
Oh.
Okay, so it did do some. Okay, I can live with that.
Yep, that's what you did. You cleansed the temple.
Wild shots.
Yeah.
You overkilled 4 kobolds.
And a wizard.
And a wizard.
I do it with style.
We had no idea where any of them were.
Nope. Accidental murder. Accidental murder.
It's got bad story, isn't it?
Yeah. Not sure kobolds also has the same ring to it. But anyway, so that happened. So next week we will pick up from there and see what Gaia has in store for you.
Ooh.
Cedric, Tom and Ross have to practice their one intelligence, one charisma. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
So thank you very much for joining us, everyone. Thank you for staying with us this late if you have. We hope you're staying safe out there. Please subscribe and join on with this chaos and see more of it.
So I'd just like to say, everyone who voted that Cedric would die this session, I'm glad you lost your points, the stream points. I'm going to select the outcome now. Did Cedric die this session? No, he didn't. Complete the prediction. Everyone who guessed right, well done. You earned your points.
How many people voted, just out of interest?
I mean, only 2 people voted either way, but it was 600 points at stake.
Dang.
I'd have put 1,000 in. But yeah, do subscribe, etc. So yeah, that'd be good.
Connor, were you just sort of sitting there pushing the point and going, "This is for my wizards"?
I was already looking at it. I was like, what spells do I want? I should probably get Greater Restoration.
While I was
also a wizard spell.
While I was all stupefied, I was just like, what can I like adjust on the channel? And so now our channel points look like our little logo. And I've sorted out the voting thing, obviously. And I set up a couple of emotes. So we've got loads. It's been really productive session for tonight.
Right.
We have to ask. Did Connor close his job down?
Yes.
I had today off.
He's too busy doing this for us.
Yeah, couldn't do that right either.
Oh dear. But it looked great. Thank you. So thank you guys very much for watching this. Check us out on YouTube to see our previous things, previous episodes. Look at our Twitter feed at EatFitSurvive for news of things that may be happening. Take care of yourselves out there. Stay safe. And we'll see you next Friday. Good night, everyone.
Boy.
Children's TV Way.
Bye.